mean, we can.
Yeah, here's my phone.
We kind of forgot to do it last time.
Well, no, I was talking about Flames usually posting stuff on the media.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
All right,
Let me get the TikToks.
We're officially live. Hi, everybody. Welcome
Hi.
into episode 37. We were just kind of talking around, trying to make sure everything's set up. I'm going to get rid of the disclaimer because I was too hot and tired last time. Sorry about that to our sponsors who didn't mention it, thank God. Obviously, we've got the original Martin Mancini. We've got Paint Hammer 40 colors for all of your Warhammer needs, and Brothers to Brothers ADV for all of your real life and mental health needs.
There's always somebody that'll listen. So is Mother Nature even going to let this go very far?
Yeah,
I know I'm sitting here in the bright sunshine, but I know some of us are getting rained on at present.
Yeah, it's going to be loud.
You're welcome.
It's certainly going to be loud, but it's very tame out there, so it's likely going to be fine. But as always, when there's a storm or threats of a storm, if the stream suddenly goes away, well, we're not coming back today, as far as I'd be aware. So where it ends is where it ends, and that's a shame.
You want me to record?
Maybe Mother Nature will pick a really good moment to give everybody an amazing cliffhanger. You don't know.
I've been doing pretty good on my own. I don't need any help.
Yeah, I've been doing fairly decent on that one.
Yeah,
Leave us hanging.
I actually got to send you two a message.
If you do them right, you do them right.
I forgot to tell you guys this. It's only relevant to Trucker and Flame because they're the only ones who know who that is for now. You guys will get to see and hear about what I'm sending them a message about later.
I'm posting links. I'll check it in a minute.
It's not super important. I need to figure out how to buy some stock footage so I can get the intermission screen beefed up.
That would be nice. Get us something that we can throw that's just like you know how like some streamers and stuff got that like just their logo bouncing around, or it's the grow big small thing.
I was going to go and buy and loop like 10 to 15 seconds of stock footage of waves rolling onto the beach and call it there. That's been the vibe we've been going for.
Yeah, just make sure you send me the receipt. That way I can put it towards our expenses.
Would you like me? Oh, I should probably send you the receipt that I have for today then.
Waves rippling on the shore, and then there's like two chairs, and there's an ice bucket between them with non-labeled beer. That way we don't get in trouble.
I have no idea how crazy with it I'm going to get. I'm just going to see what I can buy, and then when I own the rights to that footage, I'm just going to keep advertising that I have that footage until somebody buys it. You treat it like NFTs with actual value.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if we buy it, we own the thing of it, so I think we can use it if we buy it.
Yeah, that's the whole point of buying it. You own that license, that's yours.
You own the license to use it, but hell, there could be hundreds of other people that do too. It's just permission to use it without getting sued into oblivion for using it.
I don't know if Flame ever stop sitting around and doing nothing, he could roll down to the ocean and get us that footage because, Kansas being a notoriously close location to an ocean on all sides.
Yeah, hold on, just let me take my summer trip down.
Aren't you like 15?
I'm gonna go there over the weekend, get some good pics, catch some waves, maybe a couple Mai Tais, and roll off the beach.
You're a 15
he is
minute.
easily he's easily 1,500 miles from every large body of water. Period.
He's a 15-minute drive and a 25-minute walk away.
You say that, but this weekend I'm going in the opposite direction of the Southern Sea too.
Yeah, you're going to Toilet Town.
Chicago.
All right.
No, it is not a toilet in appearance, just in smell.
You only say that because of South Park. You've never even been there.
I flew over it.
Oh no, we've driven through Chicago.
No, we flew over.
No.
We flew over Nebraska.
Yeah.
And it smelled like a farm from 30,000 feet in the air. It was astounding.
It's
Say,
it's too niche of a joke, but it smelled like Oshkosh.
Yeah, like
Flame actually's been there.
It's like if you're trying to convince me that Chicago still doesn't fit what you were talking about, you're wrong.
Flame, that's where I met Flame, was in Oshkosh.
Oh, okay. I was like, this might be too much of a Wisconsin thing to bring up Oshkosh.
That's where me and Mayor met. We met at that what was it, a Mexican restaurant, right?
Yeah, some goofy tequila house. At least that's what they advertise themselves as, even though it was not. There wasn't a single bottle of tequila on the shelf. It was like Casa de Tequila or something ridiculous. And we walk in there and I'm like, did you see any tequila? And he's like, no. I'm like, me neither. They had a bar.
I need to come visit you again.
You should.
I did.
I
need to come visit you. I really do.
Yeah, come back up. Just let me know when so I can actually take some time off of work.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get something up there. I'll have to plan like a trip out of it, because if I go up north there, I know some of the family up there is like, well, you gotta come visit us too. I'm like, I'll see.
Based on the description you're giving me of this restaurant, it probably would have been one singular bottle, and it wouldn't have been a top shelf brand either.
We don't know. It wasn't displayed.
Oh, speaking of tequila, though, when I was down in Mexico, I had something called Scorpion tequila. It's no, you'd like it, Trucker. You'd like it.
Hey,
I'm not a tequila drinker, but that stuff was good.
You misunderstand. It's not so much that I wouldn't try it. I do not like agave, like, at all.
That's fair.
Flame.
So
very fair.
Are you gonna bring the lady friend up if you come up?
I'm gonna try. She
mistress.
The mistress.
She hates the cold though. I make you no promises that she'll come with me or not.
Don't come in the winter. Nobody's gonna want to do anything in the winter. That's
honestly
terrible.
It's pretty good around spring or fall. So
fall is incredible.
I figured it's nice around those. Still, her. If the house is at 68, she's like, it's too cold. It's too cold.
68 is too cold.
She throws a hissy fit whenever I say, can we turn down from 70? She's like, no, if I get cold, I get sick. I'm like, put on a jacket. That's not how that works. Like,
70 is cold.
Yeah, 70
is
a
woman thing. It's not a sexist thing. I think it is a woman. We just naturally run colder. We're like lizards. We're actual lizard people, I think.
Yeah, I would have to.
I mean, that's the thing with genetics. Like, the female body can withstand higher heats than the male body, while the male body can withstand lower temps than the female.
I concur.
It's just because the amount of blood, it's blood, testosterone, adrenaline, and something else. That's the amount that runs through our cortisone. That's what it is. It's the amount that runs through our body keeps us in a different shape. Better term.
Well, I got bad news for all of y'all. If I ever win the lottery and y'all come to visit, guess what? It's gonna be
a walk-in freezer.
No, you don't understand. Like I would like if I'm having a house built same size that I live in now, I'm gonna have an industrial size air conditioning
Yep.
unit.
I have
Dude,
stood.
The
trust
whole
me.
I
the
have
No
whole
problems with
house,
that.
every room will just be cold.
I've stood by the phrase that it should be hotter than the sun outside and colder than Antarctica inside. 24 hours,
Amen, brother.
365.
Amen to that, brother.
And recent developments in home insulation makes it very possible.
Well, I suppose I ought to be doing a recap and getting you guys going, hey?
Suppose so.
I mean, I suppose if you really want to.
If we
I
want,
can work on a map.
if we want to keep to the pattern of being about 3.5 hours long, we probably better get going.
If not, I can just describe my new map. That's always that.
Why on earth?
Can I say quick to Trucker? Are we allowed to say flicker?
No, let's not do it. We're not doing that.
God damn it,
That's the
Thunder.
word. That's the word.
Yeah. That's
It's a
the word that
made-up
got me to
word.
spit. It's what got me to spit take and freaking work today.
Alright. In last week's episode, you guys were surrounded pretty much the entire time, and just when the battle seemed to be wrapping up, the ancient wasteland dragon reared its ugly head and put you guys through ringer after ringer, getting to the point of getting dangerous for a little bit until you guys had worked out a decent plan amongst yourselves to strategize and trivialize the fight. After you did so, you guys were quickly picked up before you were ran down by the cult of the Wasteland Dragon, by a different cult, so, you know, you're kind of horse apiece on that one. You guys made it back to the ancient Void Dragon, who rewarded you with great power and some of you with great positions, and you guys went off to bed. We'll return here with everybody waking up. We'll start with Group A, which is everybody minus Lilith.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
What,
that
you just said
fight.
my name?
Yeah, I said
feel rested.
I said
feel
everybody
sore.
but you.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'll just sit in the corner then, look pretty somewhere, I guess.
You aren't with the group. I'm gonna
You're
mute.
with your
I'm
somewhere.
husband.
gonna mute you in a minute.
You're with your husband, aren't you?
First mute.
Yeah, probably getting babies or something.
First mute
I was
warning.
gonna say, Dad, Senpai finally noticed you, and you're bitching that you're spending time with him.
All right.
Shit,
Anyway,
you're the kind of person that would bitch get hanged with a new rope.
Group A. Group B is silent.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm silent. I'll be on mute.
I mean, I'm well rested, but I still feel like crap. That fight sucked.
I never sleep, so I don't
There's
know.
rocks under my scales. There's rocks under my scales.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I feel fine. Says Richie.
Richie, you
Attaboy,
did good in
Rich.
that fight, by the way.
Thanks.
Almost just cracking his neck every this way and that, just trying to work the last kinks out.
I stole.
Your
I stole.
positivity is infectious.
I stole all of his grease. And he points at Creepy Johnny, who just kind of doesn't seem to. He has a facial expression as to being confused as to whether or not he should be upset by that revelation.
Wait, how?
What do you mean, how? You just jar it up.
Oh, stole. Okay. Oh, I thought I heard something completely different.
Yeah, I stole it.
And I thought you said stored all this grease.
Well, I stored it in jars and stole it.
Yeah, I didn't hear the steel part. My brain thought you said stored. It's like you were holding it for Creepy Johnny or something.
Right.
And why though? That's kind of what I want to know.
What, did you not see the fires?
I mean, I did. It was, well handled, but
Well, I can drop some on the ground and have you walk across it, and you can tell me why I have it after that.
no, it's not important. I'm praising your ingenuity, Richie.
Yeah, I'm a cook.
A really good one too.
Working on it.
Oh.
How's everybody doing? Says Lamonsoft now, just entering after a suspiciously long amount of time.
Not bad. How about you, Lemon Soft?
Fine, fine.
We're all a little sore. You
I
seem
can
to be
imagine.
Okay, though.
Yeah, they just couldn't hit me.
I know,
Okay.
right? It's fun. It's fun when you're when you're able to dodge the enemy's hits.
Oh, that intimidation factor of it did get to you guys.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, dragons can be scary, but I grew up with a big one all my life, so didn't affect me too much.
I should probably let you guys know something.
What's that?
And
Lemon
what would that
Soft?
be?
Creepy Johnny and I were talking, and we're gonna sit out the city. We're going to try to come up with a plan together to properly attack, well, King Winter, I guess. Or Horus, or whatever you call him.
Not a bad idea, all things considered. What happened to my voice? Why is it going? It's not a bad thing, all things considered.
No, that's a pretty good idea.
What do we know about the city that we're going into, though?
We don't know anything. I didn't even know it existed, except for the ominous glow.
What is it glow again? I'm sorry, I'm still tired.
Same color you must be peeing over there, fella.
Above game, what color did you say it was again?
It was like, if you, every cartoon ever, nuclear green.
Okay, that I was saying, is it Fallout Green or am I crazy? 'Cause I thought it was Fallout Green, I couldn't remember anymore.
Yeah,
It's that highlighter green.
Yep.
Ugh. Okay.
Well,
Why don't you guys roll me a survival check, because you guys do know, you've had it described where you're heading.
Maybe I should open my character sheet. What's going on, please?
Alright, that is plus that. Okay, 26.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, my whole system just hiccuped there for a second. You said what again? What kind of check, Mayor?
Actually, you wouldn't be able to make it, I forgot. Yeah, it's just a chaos and trucker thing.
Alrighty. For the best,
Finally, at 17.
You both know, judging by, and you have no reason to doubt him at this point, he's not lied to you, at least as far as you can tell. Given the orientation of where the Void Dragon has told you that you'd be heading, this is directly underneath the Forbidden Lands.
Oh.
Oh, fantastic.
What? What's the matter?
Where we're going will be right underneath the Forbidden Lands.
You ever heard of those, Yorman?
Yeah, have I?
I don't know, that'd be history flat.
Oh, where did my character? God damn it! Where did my character sheet keep dying? History. Come on. The whole thing wants to freeze up. God damn it.
Where's my pipe? There it is.
Fun.
Yeah, I heard that.
Hey,
that'd
I
be
have a
an
different
8.
pipe.
Have an 8 for me. You're correct.
No.
Never heard of it. If you can't get to it by sea, I've probably never been to it.
Well, either way, once we follow the Void Dragon's directions, theoretically we'll be right beneath the Forbidden Lands once we make it to the city where King Winter is.
Okay, and pray tell what's so dangerous about the Forbidden Lands?
Any place called the Forbidden Lands has to be a nightmare.
To say nothing of what could be lurking within them.
I mean, we had a spot known as the Uncharted Waters where I'm from, and it's not that scary.
Like, look, the Forbidden Lands is a place that, you know, people where we're from tell nightmare stories to their kids to get them to behave.
Or they're the place where you go to die.
Oh, so like the Murky Shallows. Got it.
That's the best way we can put it.
No, I understand. Is it filled with demons, undead, aberrations, ungodly things?
DM history?
If you'd like.
I don't think either one of us would know. We've never been there.
I don't know.
You guys were in the Forbidden Lands.
I'm
What
just-
do you mean?
Yeah, dude. What are
You
you
guys
talking
were
about?
in it. That's why I'm
We're-
asking.
We're kind of messing with Yorman at this point. I'm sorry, it's just too fun.
Roll your history.
It is,
There's all
Jack.
manner.
Strikes
There's
again.
all manner of weird stuff in there, Yorman.
Roll that history.
It's
if you're
20,
gonna.
24 for me.
Yeah, you're positive that was. At least what you saw was massive spiders, cannibals, and undead, and you know that you didn't make it very far in.
Yeah, we saved Lillian in there.
You
kind
made.
of.
You probably went about 5 miles inland.
Yeah, it's weird there. And like Nixley disappeared on us, and I have a sneaking suspicion he might be in there, but I don't know. He just kind of ran off one day.
Knowing him, he's probably riding one of those giant spiders that made that horrible place their home.
To be fair, knowing Nixel, he's probably asleep somewhere.
Sleeping on the back of one of those spiders, no doubt.
I was like,
He's
Nixel.
probably convinced them to like build him a lovely little nest on one of their, you know, giant trees or whatever.
Sounds like Nixel, you can't even lie.
Then there's the cannibals, then there's, you know, all manner of other things. There were these little like viper looking things.
Oh goody, something stole my shtick.
And then
It's crazy in there. And we didn't even get that far.
after a little bit, you hear at your door.
God, it's the police.
Omen will go and answer it.
You see one of the dragon riders, or one of the dread riders. He just looks you up and down and goes, Are you with the party that killed the ancient wasteland?" And what freaks you out, Omen, and everybody else in the room, for the first time you actually understand them.
Oh fuck.
Yes. We are.
Came to fetch you. Let's go.
Owen will just look back. We'll just look back and call out, "We're being fetched." We got-
What the fuck?
I think it might be a side effect from, whatever he did to us with those marks,
When
I think.
when you guys heard Chaos speaking to him, he was still speaking Common. So now you guys know that these guys have understood Common the whole time and have refused to speak to you and such.
Oh,
That is the biggest flex but dick move.
So
That is a mayor thing right there. That is a definite mayor thing.
you guys can now write down that you understand High Void speech, but are unable to speak it or read it.
You pricks. I just...
Oh boy.
Damn you, mayor. Damn you.
tip of the hat.
Hey, they think you guys
Shaking my
are.
head.
They think your language is for dirt people. They don't like it.
Nah, I'm gonna show him a dirt motherfucker.
They've got their god-loving language, and you guys are a bunch of dirty surface dwellers.
I'm just not gonna say what's on my mind about how I feel about these assholes pulling a rug on us, but I will say, I will in game have Omen will tell the rider, "We'll be out in a minute. We're just finishing shaking out the last to sleep."
He doesn't leave. In fact, the door stays open, and he just stands there and watches you guys.
Oh, he's got the leery police eye vibes.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to... You don't need an insight on this one. You're guessing that he was told to get you and make sure you show up. And probably doesn't have the social grace to realize that he can probably give you some space.
Dense as a hammer, that one.
Yes, probably.
Or just dedicated to his job. No need to insult our new compatriots.
No, we're not insulting him. We're simply stating an observation. Let's get this over with, though. Let's go do our job.
Alright, as you guys leave, we will cut to Group B. Group B, please, you may now make any bizarre comment you've been holding back for the 5-minute duration.
So many babies.
Do you want to have babies this soon? Because we can...
Wow.
I don't know.
You
Whatever,
keep
whatever
mentioning it.
flows.
You've got to make the decision now. That's what I told you earlier.
Sure.
Sure, great.
Wow.
Are you... Well, you already answered that question. High or low?
Oh, God.
Oh,
High, always high.
Low it is. So far, no such thing.
Oh, okay.
Last night you had been escorted into the dark pit, previously unaware that there was something beyond that, where you are now in this very poorly lit area made... It looks like a lot of gold and diamonds were just kind of melted together to make walls and a floor. You are seeing armors you've never seen before, probably from ancient cultures that have washed up here, lining the hallways and the walls. And the room that the ancient void stays in is just piled floor to ceiling with treasure, as is tradition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lilith doesn't even look at it because she knows it all belongs to him. She's not even tempted to take anything.
You basically spend the night on a pile of the finest fabrics that anyone has ever seen.
And yet still didn't make a baby. Sad.
You chose wrong.
I chose wrong.
But, the Dark Star himself is... He looks to be admiring some of, picking stuff up and just kind of looking at it and kind of tossing it back into the pile, kind of absent-mindedly.
Is there something on your mind?
No. Just waiting for the orders to go out to get the others, since we're sending you all off to the Eternal City.
Oh, the Eternal City. Okay. Whatever you need me to do.
Whatever you want to do. I don't know.
Above game, Lilith isn't used to that. She only knows orders. She's been conditioned.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
So she.
He's brushing that aside. He expects you to switch gears pretty much immediately. He's not. This is like getting thrown into. This is like getting a brand new job and they expect you to already know what you're doing without any training. He's not going to hold your hand.
Lilith will. Crap. Nugget. Lilith will nod and just pretend like she knows what she wants. Yeah. And she'll just say, I will make sure everyone does their job like they should.
It's more of a job for them. They die, then as long as you don't, then who cares?
That is so true.
Honestly, if they slip on a crack and break their necks on the way here, then what does it really matter?
Yeah. That is so right. I wonder if they'll ever catch on that we actually know how to speak common or not, but we just choose not to with them.
Well, they know you can, and I can.
Well, they know I can.
You, me, and the chaplains,
Well, I
at
know.
least.
But the other guards, they refused before,
As they should.
as they should. It's a hilarious joke.
Disgusting language.
So filthy.
The
Yep.
poorest language.
So vile.
But there's an interesting quality about them.
Oh yeah, they're very persistent.
I don't mind keeping them around. They're free to come and go.
I'll make sure to tell them that.
Well, they have my mark. Pretty much, they don't need to be told. If the guards ever found it, then... Well, if they did anything untoward towards them, then... I'd hate to see what would happen to them.
That is true. That is true. Oh, and while I'm out with them, is there anything you want me to spread out there? Like your name? Do you want me to wear anything in particular?
No, I don't want them knowing of me. I don't. We have avoided them for a very good reason. Filthy, evil monsters. The only thing you should do is sow discord in their society and let them take themselves out.
Will do.
We'll pick.
Will do.
We'll take a page from the filth in the West. We'll just pick through the scraps this time.
It's very wise. Very fair.
There's nothing of
And,
value out there. Bunch of high necromantic evils lurk.
Lilith nods with that, yeah. And then question above game, did he shrink himself to like human size at all, or?
Yeah,
Like
he's not like a
normal
human
dragon
sized.
does?
He's not like a
Okay.
human size or dragon sized human. He's a person sized person.
Okay. And then yeah, she'll agree to that, and unless he wants her to go get ready right now for that, she'll massage his shoulders or something.
He just kind of, when you start, he just goes, "Are you already ready to go?"
I can get ready in less than 5 minutes. I'm very efficient.
Very well.
But yes, I can leave now if you want me to.
They should be getting here soon. You better.
Alright, will do.
You get
And yeah.
ready promptly, and he just grabs your hand, and almost without you realizing it, you're just somehow standing on that platform again. And the rest of you have been waiting there for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, well, look who finally showed up.
The
Be glad I came at all.
chaplain you had met previously is with you guys at this point as well, and just kind of shoots you a look, Elijah, but quickly remembers who you are and just kind of keeps it to himself.
What? She's a member of the party. We've been waiting for her. It's all about friendly banter. I don't mean anything by it.
Yes, he does.
Clearly, it's something that didn't really stick down here for them. Everything's so serious with everyone.
It's a matter of
Yeah,
survival.
Well, sometimes you have to unwind a little bit.
I don't think you'd care to see how we unwind.
So you do unwind.
Bloodshed.
It's glorious. It involves burning and torture.
I've got to move down here. This just sounds like my kind of place.
You're free to stay, says the ancient void dragon.
I have a wife and kids. I'd have to bring them down here.
Just looks at you and
The
shrugs.
kids partake.
He looks at you and shrugs like, and
Let me talk with the wife. If she says yes, I will gladly come back.
he's just still giving you that look like, okay? Like, he just doesn't seem to understand why you're telling him all this.
See, Orban? You know,
Well, yeah,
how
he-
Orban is.
he's just
I'm here
like-
for fun of it.
He seems confused, like he obviously is in such high position that he's not used to people, giving smaller details. He, like,
Yeah.
only his
Like, why are
small
you telling me
details.
this?
Yeah, like, only his small details have ever mattered, and now somebody's telling him their small details, and it's like, what are you talking? Who cares? That kind of
Why would I
vibe.
give a shit? Yeah, like, why would I give a shit?
Do it or don't. Leave. Stay. Whatever. All right.
Okay.
Here's the plan. Whoever's going is going to get on the Dread Drakes as per usual. You are going to take a nice, and he points at one of the riders, a nice flight to circle the city to get kind of a feel for the layout. And then we're going to have to drop you outside of it. We are not welcome there. We have no desire to be there. This is the closest we've gotten in many, many years. From everything that we've heard, this is necromancy, torture, murder, just depravity on steroids. This place is pure evil. Be careful.
So killing them is allowed. Got it.
Do whatever you have to do to get in that city. Do whatever you can to disrupt that city. Do whatever you want there. Just make sure that it hurts them.
With pleasure.
Are you all ready to be off then?
Yes.
Yep.
Very well. I suppose I'll be seeing you upon your return, since I've heard rumors that the weird one and the armored one, who is... I might as well just said the weird ones are going to be sticking around for reasons I cannot even begin to fathom, but cannot kick them out. Or will not kick them out. So I'll see you then.
See you then.
Hopefully.
Oh, it'll be
We'll
fun.
return. We'll come back. And we'll get to tell the tales of ripping these fuckers asunder.
You guys are led to the Drakes once more. You are, for once, patiently waited on to get on these beasts. And almost like they're afraid, because, well, they were warned, so they probably are afraid. You didn't know that these Drakes could take off so nice. You almost are hardly aware that you've taken off at all until you look down. And you guys, while going fast, are still going at a pace that isn't going to... You're not doing, like, wild maneuvers or anything. Everything is pretty peaceful, all things considered.
It's not Formula One, dangerous fast. It's just, very nice, what do they call those cars? Stupidly expensive, pretentious, fast cars.
You're doing great.
Sports car? Like those like Maserati sports cars, or
The Bugatti?
no, not Bugattis.
Lamborghini, Lambo, Ferrari. We're in, a little bit of comfort, and we're not scared shitless this time around like you would be if you just crammed us into an F1.
Yeah, they're taking care of you. Thessia's with Omen, and Richie's on his own, and Lillian's on her own as well.
Lillian.
Well, whatever. You
I have
named
my
your...
white shirt.
Yes, you do.
Holy shit! We got a queen. We got another queen with us.
You have a half celestial, half dragon here helping us. Shit, we're gonna win.
Anyway, you guys actually do notice that the rider kind of swaps with Richie and lets Richie try to fly.
Please tell me he just pulls a complete barrel roll. Make him do a barrel roll.
Aileron roll.
Do a barrel roll.
You'll find out if he does or not. You guys are traveling quite a while. It's getting to about the 6-hour mark at this point because they're not trying to, break air, land, and sea records with this one. But you do start seeing that glow get a lot brighter as you do see the city proper, or at least the outskirts. And I need a perception check as you guys are making your flight around this city.
Perception. Jeez, I'm just.
Perception.
23.
Dirty 20.
8.
Yorman's
yeah,
just raid
8.
right now.
Lilith, you see that there's a city there. That's pretty neat. That, as advertised, shockingly, nobody lied to you about a city being there. Yorman, you are seeing that this city is very... It's kind of like how New York gets described, where it's dense, all packed in. There seems to be hardly any spaces between the buildings. There's a lot of these weird greenish-white fires that seem to be everywhere. What'd you get, Elijah?
I got a 23.
Okay, we'll save you for last here. Omen, you see in particular a giant hill where there seems to be this domed building on top of it. And what you see coming out of that dome appears to be tree roots. If you want, you can give me a survival.
23.
With that, you aren't 100% sure, but you feel very confident that that could be the roots of the tree that you're supposed to burn to free Thessia's mom.
Contemplative look at that. Ulman will look back at Thessia and will nudge her a little and point in the direction of where the roots are.
Maybe we can...
If we can get
we
can get it there, hopefully we'll be able to set them ablaze, and it'll be able to reach up to the tree itself and break the seal holding her. Your mother, I mean.
Looks like a long way to go from where we're landing. We're gonna have to convince the others to try to break into that building.
I'll bring Elijah in on it, and hopefully we'll be able to get the others to agree as well. And when we do get to it, though, he'll do like a show of having a key flow through the network of his body. I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve to speed that blaze along if need be.
Well, hopefully, as excited as I am that we're this close, we really should focus on the task at hand first.
Right. Eyes on the prey, not the horizon.
Elijah.
Yes.
You see everything that I've described to everybody else, but in addition to that, you see that domed building seems to almost be the source of that glow that seems to just radiate for miles. You're not quite sure what or how that's possible, but it's there. You start paying more attention to what you are able to see kind of in the streets and the balconies, and just trying to get a general idea for the city vibe itself, and at one point it's kind of hard to make out a lot of details, but you swear at one point you see somebody getting thrown off of a roof.
Yeesh.
So you're telling me this place is like Harganeth? Like the city of slaughter from the Dark Elves?
I'm not familiar, so I
Okay.
don't know.
Quick rundown, it's basically a city of absolute debauchery in Warhammer fantasy, where the witches of Clark-Harond make their home. It's basically
Yeah,
a
you know
giant
what it is,
murder
dude.
pit.
See, to me, it sounds more like New York City and Minas Morgul had a bastard child.
Yeah, I'm with the trucker on that one.
Well, mind you, we're gonna have to take a break in a second here.
And we just lost somebody.
I think we lost Thunder.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, the storm strikes.
no,
She got flickered.
their shitty internet crash. That's all. But anyway, you guys start getting close to completing the lap, which takes about another hour and a half before you land about 100 or so feet away from the main gates of the city. And Richie, of course, as you wanted him to, does manage to not necessarily barrel roll, but he does kind of like a weird flip. He kind of like corkscrews to the ground rather than barrel rolling.
I was gonna say, does he
drift
skid? Flip it upside down and then just like falls out of the saddle and does a superhero landing?
No, he's not gonna go that crazy.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
That would be pretty cool, though.
We're gonna take a quick break here. I was expecting you to be done or down for a little bit longer,
no.
but I need to use the bathroom, so break we shall have. Yeah, Richie is the Sky King. That's exactly it.
Richie basically pulls like an aileron roll, gets the dragon upside down, and just lets go. And he's
Skids
like
to a stop next to us.
Sky King
he's like
is
20 feet above the ground, does a freaking in air flip, and then does a superhero landing. What's up, guys?
Sky King is a great topic for Men's Mental Health Month, as he was the last free man to ever live as of the current date. I love that man.
That's good. It's good to know.
I'll be right back. We have
He
sponsors and all that. Somebody do the sponsor segment.
Hello, folks. We are sponsored by Martin Mancini, Brothers to Brothers.
Paint Hammer 40 Colors.
Paint Hammer 40 Colors. They're gonna yell at me for that one later.
Oh, they're gonna have your ear for that one.
Probably. I'm tired. But
That's all right.
ladies
We're all a little beat.
dude, it's so damn hot. I've been working today. They had me on about a 16-hour shift, so I'm beat.
Look, think about all that money you're gonna get though.
Yeah, money.
Is any of it
Monies.
overtime pay?
Fucking better be.
I don't think it is. No.
That's
Aw.
bullshit. A double should be overtime.
I don't think it'll be overtime, unfortunately.
If it's overtime, you're not paying tax on that anymore.
Back at it
Which
again.
I'm a fan of. I'm very much a fan of. But on the good news is I've been making a lot of progress on a new map I'm working on. I decided to try out making like a new giant world map. And if I use this world map for what I want to, we might have some way along in the future, some more modern day style games.
I wish I could remember what I used to make the continental map for Red Snow. Then I could tell you about that, because it did a really good job.
Well, so you want to know the method I used to do this?
Did you do the dice on the table method?
No, actually. So I took my laptop and I laid it so that the screen's basically like it's flat. And I poured dice over my screen, and I just traced it out with incarnate. Then I started adding landmass, going and subtracting small bits, and I made a honestly decent like world map, I'd say.
Because there's a way you could have done it like big, and then just taking like a picture of it and does that down into your computer. You buy you like a poster board. I'm sure you've seen the trick done, but you get you a
I've
poster
seen the
board
trick
and you
you
have
think of.
you just have a dice bag and you just kind of dump it. And
I
like
I know the trick you.
D4s are, well, I'm just describing it for everybody else. It's like D4s can either be a mountain or a forest, depending on what would make the most sense in that area. D6s are like lakes. No, my bad. D6s are like little villages and towns.
Hmm.
And then your big stuff like like a D20, if you have a very specific D20, that could be a capital for a country. It's one of those ones where you're just like, just trace it.
Yeah.
And then to get the actual like shape of the continent, you just draw a line around basically the outside of every dice, but not like all the way around. You just kind of follow the perimeter that it makes. I've seen that done a couple of times.
I'll tell you my method for making a map. I take incarnate, blow it up as big as I can get it, or until I get tired of having to constantly resize, and then exit, resize, and then exit. And then I make the entire screen land, and then I will get the eraser tool out and start erasing things, which I will do anywhere between 900 to 10,000 times until I get so angry I either quit or finally make something I can tolerate.
Makes sense.
Here, let me pull that up for you guys. I'll get the real world map pulled back up, and I'll tell you just how insanely frustrating it got for me. Let me switch this scene real fast. Okay, let me back up. So, what I originally wanted was for where, I think it was where the Forbidden Lands Iron Veil border was supposed to be the top. It was like just supposed to be all rotated in a different direction. And no matter how many times I stopped and restarted, I kept getting this same shape to the point that I almost quit. And then I remembered that Flame wasn't going to be able to run anything, and I couldn't quit. And it made me angry.
I want to quit, but I can't.
So that
I
I'm
don't
like,
want to quit.
if this is how it's going to look, then this is how it's going to look, and I have to just be an adult and accept it and work with what I have. I'm glad that it stuck, but it was very, very frustrating.
Yeah, you got it done though.
I do regret making all of my countries a goofy, elongated shape just because now I have to pull up this map and then try to faithfully recreate this when I do stories in separate countries so that I can recreate the land masses individually.
Um,
shot myself in the
Don't-
ass on that one.
There's that function that like lets you make individual little maps of like taking chunks of the map, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you can't customize the chunk, so it's just a square.
No. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It sounds
Just
harder
let me
and
know.
harder to be a GM or DM.
It's got its ups and downs. It's got its ups and downs.
It's mostly ups, if I'm being honest. It's really not that bad. The only thing that I dislike about it is I can't stand making maps and then trying to get characters built or remembering to level them up gets frustrating.
I love making maps.
Yeah, I hear there's that, but I've witnessed with so many other DMs, like the gamble of having a good party in general.
Yeah,
It can be a
I mean, you
nightmare if you don't have a good group.
you can get a group where it's like one person is the problem, or just nobody synergizes. Like just no chemistry, and that happens. Like you'll get groups where there's just no chemistry, and no matter how hard you force it, you're not gonna get chemistry with these people.
The first game I ever ran, like My World, My Everything, my group made me hate it so much that I destroyed the notes and the world.
Really?
Yes.
And then Paul was like, "Hey, I can DM, but he's old school and his rules were way more strict." And we're like, "Okay."
Probably
And it was
older
great.
edition then, probably.
Everybody kept questioning why I was doing what I was doing, and it's like, why do you guys have to question everything? Just do it.
Yeah, and like half the attention span of half the group was just not there, and they didn't help that they were
Yeah.
newbies, and it was
Yeah, God. My first time ever DMing, I had a guy who he immediately metaed. I just made it like, all right, you guys are level 2. You're gonna go into this cave. You're gonna go fight a couple of undead, and you're gonna claim this chest that's got a couple of magic items and a magic seal or like a sigil. You're gonna go take this to a lord. I get him to go fight a minotaur skeleton and some. I think I made it like a zombie that like a necromancer had placed a gem into its chest so it could cast like one spell. I think I gave it like Eldritch Blast or something stupid. Well, my player was fighting. Everybody else was fighting the zombie. The monk had a sword, and he switched from a sword to his bow staff. And like, I didn't know this. He cracks the minotaur. I'm like, okay, you do 6 points of damage. He's like, no, I do 12. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's weak. I'm like, okay, he's cheating immediately. Got it. I'm gonna give it a sigil that gets rid of its weakness. He just everything. He acted like his character knew every little detail about the world. Like, no, no.
That sounds like stat block, man.
I say, Trucker and Mayor. Mayor, I know you met him. I don't know if you did or not, Trucker.
He did.
Probably didn't. Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Did I
did.
play in a game? Did I play in a game with this individual?
Yeah, the first game that we ever played together.
Okay, I think I know. I think I know who it is.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say though.
Yeah, but hey, we've gotten better. If it wasn't for some of those guys, I wouldn't have met y'all. So I can't hate it.
I mean, my first time DMing was with you guys. Like I'd always been a player. But my first time at a table will forever stay with me because I pissed off half of the party just because, you know, I hate using that phrase, but I was doing what my character would do. I was playing a life cleric.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we got tricked into accidentally unsealing a tomb, and my guy was like very offended at that. And they were like, well, we're going to go in and see what we can take. And I'm like, I'm not fucking going in there. And they got really upset when the healer was outside of the tomb when they triggered all of the things inside the tomb.
Yeah, I think that's
I
like that can be the hardest part is sticking true to your character, but still
I
finding
mean,
line of what would be most helpful.
I could still hit them with spells, but my dude flat out refused to enter that tomb because he saw it as basically violating, hallowed ground. And
yeah.
he wasn't going to do that. So they were like, just drop your fucking morals and come in here and help us. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, my guy would not do that.
See, I respect that a lot more. If you play towards your character, I respect you more. I
And
get
it
some
was
people
made,
they just
I mean, it was made worse by the fact that I was the guy that opened the tomb. Because
Okay,
we
yeah.
thought
but you didn't know.
we thought it was going to be like a room where it had like a storage kind of a thing. And basically the trick to getting the door to open was basically use turn undead.
Mm.
So the door would open, and then after the door swung open, my guy was like, okay, this is maybe a storage room. And then I cast light, and then sure enough, I'm looking inside there and I'm like, oh shit.
All
Those are
right.
not like storage racks, those are coffins. Yay! And then I, traumatized.
All right. Let's get back into it here. You guys have landed, and at this point, it's late. So the riders stay with you as you begin to set up camp. Though you are quite a distance away from just the city walls, you know in every movie that's ever taken place in an insane asylum and it's just nothing but screaming?
Yeah.
That's what you hear.
Oh.
You just hear
Oh, no.
screaming all of the time. And weird flashes all of the time.
Great.
How's
That is
Thessia
nice.
handling this?
Doesn't seem thrilled, we'll just put it that way.
He'll. Let's see. Hold on, I need to do a personal roll real quick.
This is, to put it in real world terms for you, this is the equivalent of taking a girl to something that exclusively you will enjoy and then constantly checking on her to make sure that she isn't going to gut you when you get home.
Hey, babe, do you have fun? Do you have fun? God, I can see the anger.
I'd rather have the anger than the just uncomfortableness.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's
Oh,
the
no.
Omen
It's
is
the
going
I'm
to.
fine.
Omen's going to put a hand on her. Is gonna quietly and put a hand on her shoulder and try and give her a reassuring look. We won't.
Sorry.
Alright.
Oh,
Shit. Sorry. We'll get through this as fast as we can, so we don't have to listen to that as much as possible.
don't want to speak ill of our Dark Star, whatever he's calling himself, the Eternal Void, the Master of Darkness, the antithesis to creation, or whatever it is, or the
My husband.
abstract of creation. You're not there.
Maybe, Daddy.
Shut that mouth up!
No.
He's like whatever
Just imagine we're in the
weird
corner
abstract way he was created. I don't know. He can't help but feel that he downplayed just how awful this place is.
I agree with you on that part, at least. The further away you get from the troubles of the world, the more disillusioned you become with how they don't concern you. If anything, the stronger you become, the more you should use that strength protectively towards those who can't do so themselves. The fact that this place exists makes my stomach turn.
She doesn't really reply to that. She's just like looking kind of at the city walls like, what are we to expect? This is insane.
He'll say this one last bit. If you need it, I'm here, Thessia.
I've never questioned
Don't be
that.
afraid to lean on me if you need it.
Okay.
He will also sort of look out at the city, just dreading what could be there, but at the same time bracing himself to put an end to the worst of it, as it were. Sorry.
We're fine.
So I take it we're gonna be setting up shop outside.
You just see the Dragon Rider nod.
It seems like the smarter play than going into that madhouse.
Just nods again, like, yeah.
I know we're not exactly on, friendly-ish terms here, but like, let's try this. My name is Elijah. What's your name?
Oh. Weird. Nobody's ever introduced themselves before. I'm rider number 76.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Rider 76.
Likewise, Elijah.
Nice. I know his eminence of Shadow back there said that this place was really bad. Like, any other information that we could use in any kind of like tactical way when dealing with this place?
Sooner you forget that there are laws that man should follow, probably the better.
So it's just outright chaos inside those walls.
Chaos would be nice. This isn't nice.
Yes, I am very nice.
Fuck's sake.
I'm summoning Sandy.
Chaos would be nice. This is what, like straight anarchy?
Anarchy to appease, what is rumored to be a lich.
Do I hear this?
That depends. Are you by Elijah?
I'll leave it up to you.
You're by Lilith, so
That's fair. I'm asking, do I hear this or not?
Do you want them to be involved, Trucker?
I'm fine with it.
Brilliant. Then yeah, why not?
I mean, the more hear this, probably the better it would be.
There's a lich out here?
Rumors are that he runs the place.
Sorry.
It'll be peachy to kill.
If you say so.
So,
you
like,
can tell us about this, so-
what exactly is a lich?
A human being that has foregone their humanity to become eternal. Through
Sounds lonely.
dark, evil necromancies.
Monsters.
The worst of the worst. And this one is particularly, I guess the word would be, would I go with
Nasty?
savage, perhaps? Vile. Evil.
Lilith nods to all that.
How do you kill something that's eternal?
Destroy its anchor, perhaps. I don't know. Everything rooted in eternity, I assume, has some sort of waypoint. What the hell do I know? I can't even claim to work here. I work somewhere else, but you get the idea.
Well, I mean, yeah, but unlike probably a lot of the other people you deal with, I actually value your opinion, 76.
A novel concept, I suppose. I'm unfamiliar with what you speak of. This value of opinion.
Okay, well, I mean, it means I appreciate any help that you might give. You've
Lilith
given a little
listens
bit.
intently.
You've given a little bit of help.
I would hope.
See, now, what a lich is, because you told me,
I gave you.
and I appreciate that you told me.
I see. Very interesting.
A little worried though, telling us we have to find some, anchor or whatever in that whole city. It could be anywhere. And we don't even know what it is, if it's anything at all.
That is the fun part. You get to search. It could be anything.
Can Omen
That's
come
gonna
into this
take-
conversation at this point?
That's gonna take a long time, 76.
If you'd like to. No need for.
I would.
No need to stay static.
Thank you. At this point, Omen will pipe up while going over to you guys. I think I might have an idea of what it is.
Do tell.
Elijah, you saw those roots when we were flying, right?
Probably not.
No, you did.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, I saw. I was a little perturbed by, the guy getting thrown off the roof, so I kind of zoned out a little bit, but yeah, sure.
If those roots lead to where I think they lead, then I think we have that bastard's anchor point locked down. It's the tree.
It's the tree?
I'm at least 90% sure it's the tree. What better anchor point for eternity than the power of the Fae?
I think this monster is leeching off of my mother.
Who's your mom exactly?
Oh,
The Summer Queen.
yeah.
Right?
Omen knows, you guys don't. Thessia says, kind of looking back and forth like I missed a step.
It would make sense. That's an immense amount of power. Doubt it's stupid.
Okay.
Wait, fays are actually real?
Yep, and they're pains in the asses too.
Who says that
Oh,
right?
nymph.
That's his
Excuse you, Yorman.
Fight me. Water nymphs are pains in the ass.
Yeah,
Dragging people off ships and drowning them.
Blame. You know, your great grandma and great grandpa have a very tenuous and very, very on again, off again truce with a powerful Fae pirate.
Yeah, and he doesn't like it. Because whenever it's on, it's good, but whenever it's off, it's bad. So fuck him. He doesn't like the Fae.
Okay.
Look, he has personal grudges against the Fae, okay?
I'm just picturing this.
pulled
entire
Omen's not-
conversation.
Like, Omen's not even like pissed. Like, how dare you, Matt? He's more like, really, dude? You have to bring this up now of all times.
I don't know
I'm
you're
just
trying to
picturing-
fuck a Fae.
I'm picturing the conversation, and it is hilarious because we're like, okay, yeah, tree, Fae, ha. And Yorman's like, man, fuck the Fae, and that's just like,
Man,
what?
Man, fuck the Fae. All my homies hate the Fae.
Are the fae as bad as surface dwellers?
Yes. They are worse.
Omen's
Yeah,
just
right.
not gonna say anything on that one.
Yeah, you.
That's right. We're dealing with 3 different types of xenophobia today, boys and girls.
Omen, or not Omen, Yorman, you don't know who runs them because that's not really your place, but you know they're the Spring Jacks that you're constantly on again, off again with.
That's their name, the Spring Jacks.
Yeah.
Spring court.
I call those Spring Jacks. They're pains in the ass.
Well, then I'll hate them too. They sound horrible.
Pains in the ass.
Well, they're pirates. Or at least he seems to be indicating they are. And pirates kind of suck. Period.
Excuse me, Tyrant King.
At this point, Omen just slyly leans next to Thessia and just stage whispers, "At this point, I'm actually glad that I don't have such a ridiculous title that they have, so I don't have to be caught in the crossfire."
Didn't you say you came from a hell pit of snow?
To be fair, that place was survival of the fittest, and if you weren't strong enough to brace the cold claimed you.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying you probably shouldn't be throwing stones in homes made of glass. So it's
That
good.
is true.
It is good that you're not
Yeah.
making any kind of remarks about where people are from.
Yeah, mister, I come from the most dysfunctional family ever.
Your own dad
That's
tried to
even-
kill you.
That's even considering that we know Jezza.
Wrong about that.
Damn.
My dad, my father's homicidal. My mother used me as a bargaining chip. So I don't really have much room to argue, do I?
I mean, we could also make fun of your taste in women too, but
Flat stare.
Let's
which one of
not
us-
let's
which one of us
not
try to get in
do
line
that.
with that fuckery in a point in direction in the general direction of the sleep fuckery that happened.
Of the giant sleep city.
Yeah, no, he wasn't talking about Fae Girl. He was talking about Sleep City, the sleep wraith. Look, I'll admit your new chick's a good step up, but as long as she doesn't try to put a whole place into sleep or summerfy I don't know, a winter plane will be fine.
I heard you were shacked up with a Medusa. Says
Damn
Richie.
right, and she's awesome. And damn right, Richie, and it's the best sex I've ever had.
Okay.
He just has to keep his eyes
This
closed.
books you.
I'm
It's a
sure.
fun game trying to look at her and not get petrified.
My question is she
Okay.
keeping her eyes closed so she doesn't have to look at Yorman, or so she doesn't petrify Yorman?
No, I have to buy anti-petrification potions, and I have 2 spells to counteract petrification effects.
All it takes is once. He says, still kind of
Yep.
rolling a log around in the ember.
Yeah, it has happened once actually. I think it took a week for the potion to undo me.
He became a very awkward statue that she had to explain to people.
It's out in the middle of the desert. Nobody visits except her men. They don't.
That must have
question
been an awkward conversation for a lieutenant to walk in on.
Not really. He figured as much. He went and bought the potions in advance.
The poor
You
probably gotta
Yanti that
You
are
probably gotta
always
laugh
hanging
at your
around.
position, though.
What did you say, Mary?
I said those four
Sorry.
poor Yanti that are always hanging around.
Hey, don't you make fun of don't make fun of the boys. They're good. They're the Scale Squad.
Oh no.
I need to ask you what their names are. Actually, Mary, what are their names?
I know there's. I don't even think I wrote them down because you guys never asked for names, so they don't have any currently.
Scaly
I don't
1,
think-
Scaly 2.
Why do you think I call them the Scale Squad for right now?
They were just part of that the Moonvale smugglers.
Red scale, blue scale, yellow scale, green scale. You're a couple away from having your own Power Ranger squad.
Well, they were just Yanti.
Fuck our Power Rangers.
Anyway,
We only do Beetleborgs in this house.
The power pirateers.
Unless there's anything pressing, roll credits on the sleeping stage.
Okay.
You guys go to sleep, wake up, nothing out of the ordinary. It's pretty hard to get to sleep with all the screaming and random flashes of light, but you manage. When you guys wake up, the riders are pretty much, they check over their shoulder to make sure you're still moving, and then they leave.
Farewell, 76. See you again. Hope.
I'm gonna summon Sandy.
For what?
You know, once you get them guys to open up, they're all right.
If we're gonna
That's what
fight,
yeah.
Sandy can still
Pretty great.
fight.
Sandy can also fly.
And we have a sniper. And Sandy is a CR2 creature now. She can fight.
Okay.
She shall be my mobile sniping platform.
If you can pull out a token for it, you can just use the Periton. You just use the Periton stat block, but they're considered a large creature.
I'm trying to find a Periton. I don't know if I have one.
I mean, if not, I think you've got the old artwork of Sandy in here somewhere. Just slap it on there and make it a large square.
How do you spell Periton?
Periton.
Periton.
Oh, sorry.
Y, not I.
That's what I got wrong.
I would have got it wrong on the second loader.
Peryton?
Yes, Periton. Peryton.
Yeah, I don't have that.
You don't have a Parrington?
No, and I thought you had the sheet for Sandy, so aren't you supposed to?
You don't have
place
a token. I was gonna say, you never gave me permission to. You've never given me permission to place a token, so I can't place anything but my token.
Well, right, but I thought you made a character sheet, uploaded the picture.
No, we just used art. If you want me to, give me a second. I can just use one of my random character sheets and make it. I'll pull out Thunderbraids can be him then.
Do
Or
that.
Arkenbraids can be my boy for now.
Do that because this is screwing around I didn't think I would be doing.
All good, all good.
You guys begin to
Martin.
walk towards the city gates and go ahead and make a perception check.
22.
19.
16.
27.
You guys hear some more. You're hearing some sounds of pain, and as you get closer here, let me. To hell with it, I'll just pull up the sheet. You see 6 guards kicking two random people. Or at least armored
Two
people.
random
You're not
people.
quite sure if they're guards or not, but they are just laying down the hate on these 2 people who seem defenseless.
Omen is like, like if anyone looks at Omen in this instant, he is twitching, like itching to try and shoot over and deal with them, but it's only because it would be counterproductive if he would just fly off ahead of everyone. So he's just more or less holding back.
Seeing that, Lilith would whisper, "Do we do midnight?"
You can only do that one time a day, though.
And it can't target
Yeah.
6 people.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I don't know. Thunder, convince him it can. I know you can convince him.
The target creature or creatures are enveloped in the true darkness. Oh, this tech hat.
Yes, but then you attack
Okay.
one thing.
I mean, if we had
It's
an
a gang
AoE
up on
the
one.
ambush.
ability.
The ambush is only good for one. So it's just a big game beat. Okay.
Yeah, it's a jump this one dude.
And yeah, we'll save it then. We should save it. But we technically we could just sneak up and have advantage on that way. Do old school ambush.
Omen's just gonna share a look with Elijah. Give me the word and I'll be on him in an instant.
What's your plan here? Like,
I'll try and pull away. I'll try and pull a couple of them my way, and run defense to keep them focused on me.
Put them on the map. That was my bad.
well, if we want to maximize the effectiveness of our party here, it probably wouldn't hurt to keep them all in one spot.
My other question. How good are you at tanking hits?
They can't hit what they can't touch,
Exactly.
and we all and I've shown you guys what I can do before.
Every stealth run being completely destroyed by Omen every time.
Hey,
We'll
Hey,
give,
Mayor, I know this is kind of a fucked up question to ask, but since Chaos said it, it's now been stuck in my head. Can I check if these people are enjoying the beating? Like, can I perceive if they're enjoying it?
oh god.
I didn't even think like that.
sure, perception.
Now you're making me think it's.
You look, I blame
Great,
you.
now
You
it's-
did the Dark Elves, and I was just like, oh god, I gotta check now. That is a 25 altogether.
They seem manacled And no, they don't look like they're having fun. They're getting their asses kicked by 6 guys in
I just gotta check.
heavy plate armor.
Okay, just checking.
I know I put the image out there, but I didn't expect you would actually. You know what? Nope. No.
What are you
I
guys
said
doing?
it in a spin
I'm
sec.
I have
Let's
this new
just get this over
ability
with
where I
and
can.
go.
I have this new ability where I can send at least one of them somewhere else for a brief amount of time. That way we cut the number from 6 to 5, increasing our chances. Just throwing that out there.
If you want, Elijah and I can go in and probably split it almost 3 to 3 or more, and have you guys help pick them off. Just get them off the people would be the best thing to do.
That sounds
Right.
good.
That works for me.
Are you guys going to? I guess I would need a stealth then. Flame's also getting disadvantage because he has Sandy.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let me roll from Sandy too. Let me check what Sandy's got for stealth, because I think her stat block's not bad for stealth. Oh yeah, they get a +2 to it.
I mean, I've got a +5, so.
So both I and Sandy get disadvantage, or just Sandy, or just myself?
Both.
Okay.
Both got a 28.
I also have the ability to make myself invisible for a little bit.
Same.
Hey, Mayor.
Yeah.
20. Hold on. Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah. Soft 20 for myself. At 1 for Sandy.
Ooh,
18.
Sandy's like, yo, let's fuck these fuckers up, man. Come on, I'm ready.
Sandy's fiending.
Oh, Sandy. No.
Sandy's like, ooh, there's food, eat it.
What is
Fuck.
the
Fucking
ground
legs.
around here made out of?
Dirt, stone.
I'm imagining Sandy being like Bookbeak with the weasels.
Okay, I have dirt, so I can make myself practically invisible for a minute, as long as I have access to dirt.
Do you want to waste that instead
Camouflage.
of the banishment that you were gonna do?
Well, I mean, the hide in plain sight isn't concentration. It's a class feature. I can still use banishment.
If it is a class feature, that's different.
Yeah, as long as I have access to something that I can coat myself with, I become practically invisible. I get a +10 to all my stealth rolls.
All right.
So you pull a PETA
go for it.
in Hunger Games.
So what are we doing, Flame? Are we pincer attacking these idiots?
Yeah, you guys are gonna want to put yourselves on the map.
No. Wait. Here. Oh, I don't want to be right there.
Too close.
Too close.
Yeah, I think the only ones that want to be close is Yorman, Elijah, and Sandy. That's right, I gotta put Elijah on there.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta be shit. I can't make them bigger.
I can't do my hide in plain sight. If I move, it drops. So.
Well, how far
Mayor,
is...
you have to make the character token for Sandy bigger. I can't do it myself.
Oh, she
Oh,
fat.
shit.
I don't know how big it's supposed to be.
She fat with the PH.
Large.
2 by 2.
It's a 10-foot, not a 15.
Okay,
Thank you.
so how far is banishment then?
Banishment. Because the app sucks at this.
Banishment is... I have that spell too.
It's concentration up to a minute,
60
60
feet.
foot range.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll break out the measuring tool, but I think you can get literally anybody you want. Yeah, you can get any of the characters, then you won't need to move. Yorman's gonna probably have to get close, but you guys,
How close do you want me to get?
I don't know, as close as you need to get to an attack, but you do see Red look at Blue and go, "Oh look, there's some food we can get after we're done with these idiots," and they just kind of start laughing at each other while Red's pointing over at Sandy, but they don't seem to notice you. I will need whatever that's called, initiative from you guys.
Initiative.
I forgot to put Richie and Dusty.
That's 3 for Sandy. 20 for
that's-
me.
Where's the combat music?
I wasn't
Which is
expecting to do combat, so I don't have any right now.
I think the monk wins this one. I got a 13.
I got
Yeah,
a
I'm sure.
13. What's your
I always
dex?
higher than yours.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'm like a
My
split strength dex build ranger. I'm not really dexy.
My dexterity is 21.
Jeez.
They're supposed to
yeah.
be a one-off character.
Yeah, I wasn't meant to be here long.
Hey, we're happy to have you.
Hold on, I'll ask you guys for yours in a minute. I gotta get my stealth done, or my initiative done.
Oh, he does that. How we doing, everybody? Are we enjoying the stupidity of what we're doing?
Oh yes.
Well, I would have
Martin's-
imagined we could have snuck in at least a sneak attack, but
Well, yes, I didn't say that you didn't. I've got to get
They're just
the
noticing the
stuff
bird.
set up first.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
know
I-
I noticed Sandy with his nat 1, dude.
because if I use banishment, I'm not going to be able to do Hunter's Mark or practically any of the other stuff I can do
Yes,
magic wise.
I feel-
Don't,
I
don't
don't know. I feel
worry
like
about it.
banishment would be a waste of a good spell slot right now, though.
Why?
Yeah, which is why I'm not going to do it. I don't think I'll just start with a barrage. Just
Well,
keep them all bunched up for me.
you. Well, one, there's
You gotta remember,
As far
there's
as-
people there, dude.
yeah, and you also don't know what banishment will do, so it's still a viable option.
Fair point. Who knows? I might Professor Farnsworth them and they just get shredded. Who knows?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Last episode, baby. I don't count the new season. It wasn't that good.
I know Flame saw it, but did everyone else see what Martin said about the Fae?
Wait,
Dude,
what'd he say?
I haven't watched it. Mark Mancini's like,
Hold
he's
on.
like, and during Fae Pride Month, I'm like, boo the Fae. And Thunder spit on the Fae.
Yorman, what'd you get?
wow.
I got a soft 20, and my bird got a 3.
Chaos.
18.
Thunder.
13.
I don't think I'm a trucker.
Also a 13. She goes before me though, because her dex is retarded high.
Someone's jealous.
I'm not jealous at all. Turning green.
Because green is the best.
Green is best, yes.
It's that whole story of turning green with envy.
Sorry, it's gonna take a minute to write all this down.
Speaking of green with envy, a lot of people never put that together when they watch Brotherhood. That's why envy's green.
Oh, really?
And in this case, a lot of people are idiots. Yes, I'm calling everyone out on this one. If you can't figure out basic symbolism, there's something wrong with your brain.
There's a reason why lust is what lust is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta get the
There's a
girlfriend to
reason
watch
why.
it.
There's a reason why gluttony is what gluttony is.
Mhm.
I can't do
And yet
basic
nobody
symbolism, but that
bothers-
was on the nose.
Yeah.
The only
that's what
one
I
that never made sense to me was sloth.
Why? He's a big fat guy.
Sloth lived as
He's
a...
just a lumbering
He was an
guy.
oxymoron. Sloth was an example of an oxymoron. Essentially,
Like
the
sloth-
exact opposite.
Sloth is built like a brick shithouse, and he always complains.
And yet,
I mean,
whenever
yeah, I get it.
And yet, whenever he puts maximum effort in, he suddenly just blitzes like Sonic.
That is
And he
until
literally
comes
says-
across-
I mean, the man literally said he is the fastest of the homunculus. Even Wrath can't keep up with his ass. And he is the
that
man
is
who
until he
literally,
comes across two bros.
with a love of fist, and took his ass to Pound Town. Pause.
That's literally.
I know what I said.
Sloth gets, he gets lariated across the room. Because, Hubby Bear to the teacher just shows up and goes, "I'm going to throw you across the room now," and then he does. The two different types of strongman. Armstrong is just, jacked while,
Sid is just
Sid's
built.
got that farmer body with farmer strength. No, more accurately, he's got a butcher's body because that he can very easily pick up an entire half of a cow by himself.
True?
And if you've ever seen any butchers in any movies, you know for a fact, they are not the people you mess with because they will pick you up and fold your clothes while you're still wearing them.
There, finally, I got all that
Allegedly.
done. Too many people. Okay, out of this
So many
mix,
numbers.
This will be a fun fight.
let me find that stupid combat music too. I wasn't expecting to do that.
The only other one that was more on the nose than lust to me was pride.
Pride? I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Pride, all things considered.
It was a dumb choice.
I liked Wrath the most, mainly because of just how he Leroy Jenkins the frickin' tank.
Well, I more appreciate that, he was put in almost imminent, immediate danger very, very quickly. And had, Ed followed through, he would have solved a big problem he didn't even know he had.
Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Was this better than what I'm listening to? Go look.
Greed was the best. Out of all of
Yes.
them, but I liked Sloth too. But anyway, out of this group for the sneak attack round, let me get. We'll have Thessia has the highest initiative score right now, and they are going to cast something on Pink, who is going to immediately fail, so I gotta mark them with something, and jeez. Got some good damage on Pink already. Up next, we would have Yorman.
Gorman's gonna just blitz up to red real quick. Oh, you want my friend now, do you? Gonna just take out his greatsword and roll to hit. Does a 25 hit our lovely friend?
Yes.
Alright, where's my D8? So they're taking 16 slashing, 8 radiant, and 6 acid that first attack.
Hold on a minute. Do that again.
Taking 16 slashing,
Okay.
8 radiant,
All
and
right.
6 acid damage.
Oh, how did they take the radiant?
My improved divine smite.
Gotcha.
Any attack I make does a 1d8 radiant attack damage.
And that was how much acid again? 6?
Yeah, straight 6 points of acid.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go for another sword swing. I'll take another swing on red. Ooh, 29.
That'll definitely hit.
Alrighty. 12 slashing, 1 radiant, 4 acid.
Some great damage.
My turn.
Okay, up next on that list will be Omen.
Alrighty. Omen will crack his neck, draw his spade. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And just bring it down across the back of green. And just in a blur of motion, he'll blur past everybody right up behind him and goes, "How about you pick on someone who can fight back?"
I will mind you, this guy is not going to count for advantage.
I know.
Okay.
And it just bounced out of the box. That doesn't count. There we go. That's better. Gotta control how I drop the dice, and I want to throw it. Plus that, so 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Uh, 17 slashing on the first swing. Second swing is gonna be... Alright, 23 to hit this time.
Alrighty.
For... Ooh, max. 14 slashing this time. And I'm gonna follow up with an unarmed, and essentially take the hooked back end, and just jam it into the soft spot. Jam it in the seam and then on the neck of the armor. For 23 again to hit.
That'll hit.
For 12 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty. Up next would be Thunder.
Thunder will be, oh boy. Go here. We'll go with the rapier, see if I even hit. Does 26 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. An 11 piercing and then my sneak attack. So 11 piercing and 19 sneak attack damage.
Alright. Oh,
And
hold on.
Oh.
I was calculating for the wrong person. Alright.
And then I guess bonus action hide again.
Okay.
Wherever.
Well,
So do I have to roll stealth again?
yeah.
Okay. $18 plus 15, so I take it that's good.
I don't know what number that is.
Oh, that'd be 20, 28.
33.
33.
It's 33.
Okay. Now we're up to Elijah. What are you doing for... Are you, still banishing?
Yeah, whichever one I can reach that hasn't been hit.
You can choose between orange, blue, and purple.
Go with orange.
Orange it is. I take it that an 8's not gonna do it.
Nope, it's a PC 15 for me.
Okay. Now stand by because you
He's
get to
going
do. You get to do something that is going to be a lot of fun. A mechanic I didn't think that I was going to be breaking out so soon.
Oh no. I just turned him into a bomb.
I need a D20 roll.
Why?
Don't ask questions.
D20. I'm not asking.
Oh, I
16.
thought you said why.
No, I said oh. I said okay.
Hold on just a second. Let me.
16.
I will tell you what happens in just a moment. You're gonna like this.
Big trouble, little China. Big trouble, little China.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I should have been doing it.
They disappear. You'll have to let me know if and when they'd reappear.
1 minute.
Somebody.
1 minute, provided I don't lose concentration. If I lose concentration before the minute is up, the spell basically ends and he comes right back.
Let me know when that minute is up, please.
Okay, so
Just go ahead and set
6 seconds per turn, right?
Yeah. We'll just put orange
10
off to the
rounds.
side
That's
here.
how long it takes to complete a minute.
Great.
So 10 turns.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Alright.
We've got. We'll end this sandwich here with Richie here. Let's see what he can do. Great. 5, 10. Hey, Orman!
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, what does that do for my damage again?
It's +2, I believe.
Oh, does it increase my dice or something too?
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
You get a D4 of damage and 5 feet of reach.
There you go.
Oh, I just need a crit on something now. This is nasty. Because I just realized I need to get a D4 of something else. Oh, this will be fun.
And then he'll end his turn by going back 10 feet. And we'll start at the top of the turn order here. We're going back up to Thessia as your bonus round.
None.
Huh?
Talking myself, sorry. I'm keeping track of those turns like you asked me to.
They're going to activate it. Desi's going to go again. They're going to fail again. Oh, there's that other dice. My notes have become a mess because of stupid pen. That number. Okay. Alright, now we are up to Pink, who is currently screaming. So they're going to take their turn to try to get out of this. And I believe that that's still a failure. You're starting to see smoke
That's
rising.
Phantasmal Killer, isn't it?
You're seeing steam starting to come out of the eye holes for Pink's helmet. They're just kind of like yanking at their armor right now as it's starting to kind of bubble.
No, heat metal. Even better.
Yorman,
Yes.
your turn.
So Yorman's gonna run his hand across his blade as it's going to start to crack with electricity. I'm gonna enjoy this. Do I get advantage on my rolls being harsh? I can't remember.
Well, you do
No.
now because you'd
Oh,
be
but I'm
technically
flanking.
flanking with Thessia at this point.
Yep.
That is a plus 11 to hit. So a 21 to hit red there.
Okay.
And then let me calculate all this because it's about to be a lot. That's not as much as I was hoping. 12 slashing, 3 radiant, 2 acid, 1 giant, I guess, and 2 lightning.
Okay, they're still up.
Alright, and second attack. That is a 27 to hit him for the second attack, which I take hits?
Yep.
Okay, hold on a second. 14 slashing,
Okay.
2 acid, 1 giant, 4 lightning, and 3 radiant for my second attack.
Dead.
Alright.
Omen, it's your turn.
Well then, flourish his spade to bring it around for another couple of swings. For a 21 to hit green.
Alright.
For 12 slashing. Second swing. 22 to hit this time for max damage, 13. Yes! Now, if he's still up, I'm gonna go for an unarmed attack.
Go for it.
For 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 13 bludgeoning again, as I just, again, aim for that seam in the neck to try and, like, low-key break the dude's neck and paralyze him. Just so we can question the guy.
So if you break his neck to paralyze him, he ain't gonna be doing much talking.
Okay, or at least trying to like cut off his circulation enough to knock him out.
Alright, it's Orange's turn, who... Let's see if he returns. I don't think a 6 is gonna do it, so Orange is still out. Thunder, your turn. As you can see, Red is dead. See if he notices you, they do not. I can't hear you if you're talking, though.
Sorry. I asked if you said in the description before if they look undead.
It's hard to tell. They're wearing armor.
I don't want to do a third strike with my poison breath, so we'll just do the rapier, I guess. 22 hit.
Yep.
And with my sneak, it's 24 sneak and 14 piercing.
Alright.
And then, I guess bonus action hide again.
Okay. Stealth, then?
Yeah. 15 plus 15. Sorry.
30.
30.
Alright, Trucker. It's your turn.
I'm going to basically just take pot shots at everybody that's left. Also, I don't think you make continuing saves against that.
Oh, okay.
Anywho's. First infantry on blue is still up, right?
Yep. Oh shit, oh no, we didn't. Never mind, sorry.
17 to hit.
That just hits.
Sweet. D10. Oh, poo. 3 points.
Alright.
Shot number 2 then.
You like E-scan so much.
There's a 23 hit.
Yes.
D10. 6, 9. Great. 9 total points.
I don't know why I'm not allowed to write on my paper. Okay. That's your turn. We have Green, who's going to take... You haven't seen these guys with any weapons up until now, Omen. You watch Green start to grow claws. But I can't imagine a 9 hits you, so let's try again. Does a 19 hit you?
Weave.
Alright, that's Green's turn. We're up to Richie.
That's a minute.
Yeah, what are you saying?
That's a minute.
Ah, great.
That's a minute.
You see Orange come back and he is covered in snow. And he just goes... You finally hear one of these guys talk and go, "What the hell? Send me back! I want to go back! It was paradise!"
Okay, quick question though. Does he return to the spot he originally was in? Because if that spot is occupied, he can't return.
He does return. There is nothing there.
In his path. Omen seeing the snow on him just bursts out
Sorry.
laughing for half a second.
I can basically only do it once. I can't send you back. If you fight your friends there, I might be able to try again.
Persuasion, please.
I shouldn't, because it's not his turn, so he shouldn't have even talked that much.
Really cool.
I don't know, man.
Let's play Call of Cthulhu with it.
I'll play Call of Cthulhu with it. Trucker, go ahead and roll a D100.
Bless you.
So don't forget, I got the banishment spell too.
Send him back.
What did you get?
Can you hear me?
I can now.
44.
That's a success. Go ahead and roll it.
44.
Come on, persuasion.
My flat 0.
Yes!
18?
You'll see what happens.
I am so happy.
We have... Alright, we'll let Richie go now. Let's see, does he want to... I'm gonna watch him 5, 10, 15, 20... You're gonna watch him grab a small vial, and he's going to lob it over at Blue. I need to check something. Okay. Nice. Very good. Okay. You watch acid start to eat away at Blue and Purple, who has not taken damage yet, but Blue has. As he tosses that bottle at in between them. Nope. And Purple. Brilliant. Fantastic. That was Richie's turn. Red has died. Looks like... we are actually finally up to Purple.
It's not Sandy's turn yet.
No, you nat 1, remember? Or you got a...
Well, yeah, Sandy got a 2.
yeah. 5, 10... Yeah, Sandy did not do very well, and they got skipped during the, sneak attack.
I figured.
Well, Nat 1, what do you expect?
Purple is going to take their
You see me?
axe.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's a good... They do not, so never mind. They're gonna keep... That was 15, 20, 25, 30, shit, 30. They're gonna take a swing at Yorman instead. Or... does a 24 hit you?
Yes. In my enlarged state, it does hit me.
Ooh, max damage on that one. That's 11 points of damage as they drive that axe into you.
What kind of damage?
Axe damage? Slashing? Oh,
So yeah, it would be slashing.
I didn't realize that their axe had something nasty to it. You're taking a little bit more. Hold on. Plus, 8 necrotic.
So I'm gonna activate my gift of the ancient dragon. I can resist either acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or necrotic damage for the next minute. So I'm going to activate that with my reaction.
Okay.
So, how much am I taking then? With half that and the total of the axe?
4 damage from the necrotic.
4 altogether?
It's 4 necrotic.
And how much was it?
And it was 9 battle axe damage.
Alright, thank you.
Actually, it was 11 battle axe damage. That's my bad. Ooh.
God damn it, he knocked me down to 9.
Slashing.
Hey, go ahead and make an
199.
opportunity attack on purple.
Damn it, if it was a great fight. That is a 19 on the die for a 30.
That'll hit.
Let me go ahead and grab my mountain of dice real quick. So 16 slashing,
Okay.
8 radiant,
All right.
4 electric, or 4 lightning, I should say. 3 of the big giant damage, and 2 acid damage.
Nice.
Oh, I should ask, are these things considered undead?
Yeah.
You can't really see them. You'd have to find a way to get a better look at
Well,
them.
I'm asking because if they're undead, my improved divine smite does 2d8 radiant, not 1d8 radiant.
Oh, then yes, I guess if I would have to spoil that then, if for the sake of the mechanics.
Sorry, I was like,
That's the one thing I don't like about D&D is there's like weird things that kind of assist in meta.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
See,
but-
Pathfinder does it better where it's considered if a creature has a weakness, it's not because of its status, it's just because of its body, and it's like just ask the player, like, okay, they did this much damage, they just do an additional this much damage. They don't double the dice or anything, so you can keep it a secret. But let me go ahead and roll an extra d8 real quick. That's an additional 7 radiant on top of that.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not like mad or anything. It's just kind of like that's sort of lame.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I agree with you on that one. It does get a little annoying when. Sorry.
I should just private a DMD on that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing that can be done about it. That's just the mechanics of the game as written.
Shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
17 is not going to allow blue to see you, so go ahead and make an opportunity attack as they're walking away.
Yeah.
That would not give you sneak, just so that you're aware.
I know. Yeah. That's a 25 hit.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty, let me unclick sneak attack because we don't do that here now. 12 piercing.
Okay.
And I'll just be out in the open because I can't bonus action again, so.
Well, now he's gonna see you, so you'll course correct.
Yeah. Oh, you came back.
Okay. He nat ones, but he just misses his first attack.
Okay.
And I am not willing to believe that a... Does a soft 20 hit you, actually?
Yeah, my armor class is only 17.
Sweet. He's going to... This guy's got a lance. So he's gonna just thrust that into you real fast. Or... That is 10 piercing and 13 necrotic.
Does she say is it in yet?
Yeah, she said I hit.
Yeah, hit.
We're making a different kind of joke, don't mind me.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, after all of this time, we've got Sandy.
So Sandy will basically cast off into the air, and is gonna come on up and take an attack at Purple there.
Purple, okay.
16, 21 to hit him.
Okay.
Six. So that's 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Their first attack. And then second attack. That is a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
Oh, thank the gods. 7 points of piercing damage for the second one.
All right. Excellent.
And then with Sandy's ability Flyby, he can fly away from this without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Not that it'd matter because you could just bring Sandy back, but cool.
It takes time. It takes time in a spell slot. This way, I don't have to waste spell slots bringing Sandy back.
All right, we got Bessia again. Yeah. You watch Pink just hit the ground. And you're starting to see this nasty black pus and ichor just leaking out of the armor.
Pink suffered the whole time.
He was in utter agony,
Yeah.
being trapped in a boiling hot iron coffin.
It smells horrifyingly bad. If you were to basically take old roadkill that's been out in the sun and then light that on fire, that's pretty much what that smells like at this point. As we go up to Yorman.
Alrighty, my turn.
Yes.
I'll tell you if you step in here. You look at Pink. Not Pink, sorry, Purple there. Swing, bada, swing. 24.
That'll hit. Oh, I gotta pay attention, Purple.
That's gonna be a lot of damage. I apologize in advance. 13 slashing.
Okay.
8 radiant.
Alright.
2 acid.
Okay.
2 electric. And 1 giant.
Somehow still standing.
So pumped.
39. 29,
Yes.
I mean 29.
It really doesn't matter. I'll let you say it was 39.
Okay, not as good. 10 slashing,
Okay.
11 radiant,
Alright.
5 acid,
Okay.
3 electric, and 1 giant.
Because I think it's important for you and it adds a little bit of fun for the player, you want to know what their health would be at right now if they were still alive?
What?
Minus
What was their
25. They only had 5 HP left, but I wanted to just keep track just just to make it fun for everybody involved.
Thank you, Richie. I need to get a scroll of this and haste and just make myself a god killer.
Omen,
Yes.
you're up. Green's still alive, but not looking.
Somehow.
Kind of teetering.
Alright. Time to take a prisoner. Gonna aim for non-lethal with my spade for the next couple of hits. For a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 12 damage as I just... Instead of striking with the edge this time, I'm gonna use the flat of the blade to just ring him across the helmet.
Okay.
Second swing. For a... Low that time obsidian, but not that bad. 18 to hit.
Alright.
For 10 damage as I just ring him across the other side.
Alright, he's asleep.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Omen's just gonna look at Orange real quick and just ask him one quick question. Are you going to attack me if I go deal with your friend over there?
Just get out of my way!
Very well then. Tap, tap, tap. You'll just walk up and tap Blue's shoulder before punching him in the mouth with an unarmed strike. For a... Not bad. Dirty 20.
That'll hit him.
For 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
It's Orange's turn. Orange just lets out a scream and starts shouting over and over again, take me back now," as he swings down hard on not understanding what you were trying to do and seemingly does not give a shit. Drives his claws deep into Green, hits him, and then he goes for it again, and yeah, Green's toast as he is just sitting there shredding Green.
Oh,
It just all the while is that same nasty ichor that you had seen melt out of Pink. He is flying through the air. You just hear, "Take me back now!" We are
Created a
now
monster.
up to we are now up to you, Lilith.
would Lilith have seen, because there's people like in front of her, would she have seen the guy shredding his own kind?
You don't see him doing it, but you saw him run up to somebody screaming that, and you get the idea that he was not happy to return.
Lilith sighs and tries to go non-lethal. It's not her style.
Why don't you roll me an intelligence check once?
Or intelligence? Okay. Well, actually pretty sad. 10?
It's good enough. Orange is clearly not attacking Omen, so maybe you can get information out of him. And there's two other people
Yeah, okay.
around that are not currently attacking
Okay,
you.
She won't hold back then. It's a 30 hit.
Uh-huh.
Yay. 25 sneak damage and 11 piercing.
Alright, he's at negative 19 health.
Well,
And that will end combat. You are still hearing the pleas and demands to return.
I'm
Thessia
killing this one.
Thessia walks up to him because I believe she does have this. Maybe it was Richie.
I have it.
What? Calm emotions?
Oh, I thought you meant teleport. Or not teleport, banishment. I got a better spell anyways. Divine Smite.
Thessia just walks up to him. Hey, if you want what you want, you need to calm down. Yeah, okay. Alright. He's just looking at you all wildly. What do you want?
Why was Voldar a paradise to you? I have to ask.
Oh, it was everything you would want. It was nice, peaceful, undead, free, not forced to serve in the guard.
There is an undead ward.
So what?
I'm just trying to make sure that if we actually do send you back, you're not going to start killing people.
No! There's this
I mean,
task.
the place sucks,
easier.
but
There are these banners of the most beautiful woman and other banners with the most intriguing designs.
I'm going to look over at Omen.
He's gonna look over at you.
I don't know, man.
The place is
You think?
the place is kind of in disrepair, but I think people are working on it. I was gonna help, but then I came back.
Okay, look. We have ways to get you back there, but can you help us out with a little bit of information?
Information, I'll tell you anything.
Okay, well, see, we're here to try to take care of this lich thing. You wouldn't happen to know how we might get to do that, do you?
Oh no, not him. You don't want to be.
We
messing with
believe
him.
his. We believe his anchor point is where the roots lead over to the dome building.
Yes, it is. He's got. We're not. He's got this woman chained and a bunch of tubes sticking out of her. He feeds off of her. You gotta be careful though. It's cursed. The roots are cursed. You have to use a specific fire, and you need. I've read or I heard rumors of. I heard rumors that you need to be able to drink the blood of a member of the wherever that lady's from, whichever court or whatever, and then you need to take some of the eternal fire that's inside the palace, and that's what will burn it without you getting killed. But good luck getting in there.
Gonna be hard. Elijah's hard staring at Omen.
Wait, you just said we have to drink their blood?
Yeah, not all of it. It's just some, probably. I don't know. Why the
Omen only now becomes self-consciously aware of the fangs now poking against his lips.
Why the hell are you guys here? Why would you come here?
I just told you that. We're here to kill the lich.
On behalf of another entity that lives down here.
Would you guys?
Essentially to bring order to what is essentially anarchy.
Wouldn't you guys care to roll a history check?
All of us?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Ready? That's
Thunder, you'd
17.
Thunder'd get advantage because of who said it.
Oof. 5.
18.
18.
Ooh.
Boy,
Jinx.
Elijah, you absolutely do believe that you were only here to kill this lich that you only learned about 10 minutes ago, or a day ago. But, everybody else who's put their thinking hats on remembers that the original intent was to go to a rumored whorehouse to kill some Medusas to have something to try to
Yeah.
paralyze King Winter, or petrify King Winter.
Uh-huh.
Our original goal was to find where supposedly a group of Medusas were holding up and attain the means of, well, obtain some form of petrification, some means of using their petrification abilities
Oh,
against a certain enemy of ours.
you want to go to Oddities?
Blink.
Yes.
Oddities.
Yes.
Oh, you can sleep with a lot of weird things at Oddities.
I gathered.
Yeah. Not a good place, probably. Unless you're into that sort of thing. A lot of weird displacer tabaxis running around now. Not a good choice.
Well, that is interesting.
That
I didn't
is
know.
so
I didn't know
fucked up.
tabaxis. I didn't know they could even.
How does that even work?
How? No, never mind. We're not going to find them. We're not there to find them for a good time, as it were. We actually need to. Whether or not it's voluntary or not would be up to them, but we'll need one of their. We need to defeat the Fey King of Winter that had found itself down in the underground.
No idea what the hell that is. Look, if you're gonna try to kill
Some ice entity.
if you're trying to kill some of the workers at Oddities, man, you're gonna want to go through the gate. You're gonna want to head towards the shipyard. You'll never miss it, and then you'll just keep going straight, and you'll see a sign for Oddities.
Appreciate the directions.
So basically, gate, keep going straight. There's an awful setup of the roads, so it's kind of like a slight left, but you'll get what I'm saying. And then you'll see a bunch of ships. That's where you're heading, and you'll head straight from there. Now, come on, man.
Thank you for your cooperation, friend.
Make good on your promise.
Where were you originally standing, guy? This is very important.
I don't think I... Oh, man. I was right over here.
Right here, wasn't he?
No, he was over there.
Yeah, he was like... Yeah, because he had,
He was right next to the dude, kicking him.
Yeah, he was kicking him with green.
All right. Stand right there in that original spot, and we'll send you. But when you actually get there, don't move, okay? Just
Wait.
stand there for a minute. And then once a minute's up, you can go wherever you want.
Yeah, I can do that. I've done so much worse. Go for it. Go, 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 go.
And
On,
bye.
it's on you. It's on you, Yorman, if you actually want to send them.
I've got to hold on. I gotta flip a coin because above game when we were still fighting, I was gonna have Yorman go over to attack him and just blow a high level divine smite, just try to instantly drop this guy. And part of me still thinks Yorman would want to do that. So let me flip a coin to see if he'd be willing.
Well, I'll
Hey,
point you at the description of banishment. It just says if another creature or object occupies the full space, they don't come back. So do with that information what you will.
God damn it, Jorman's wife's made him soft. Alright, he's gonna cast banishment on the fucker.
Roll me a d20 because you can't guarantee where he's going.
Oh god, that's right!
It's realm
I feel like
roulette,
they're-
baby. It's Russian roulette with realm jumping. Let's go.
I had built all of the planes that are out there.
Mayor.
What?
That's so mean.
Can I give you my inspiration for a single request?
I can hear the request and I'll let you know.
Send him out into the ocean.
Oh,
You asshole.
I can't give you
well, he
that.
did.
I cannot give you the equivalent, but I will let you roll the. I'll let you roll 2 d20s, and you can pick which one you want for the inspiration.
He doesn't what was.
Heaven or hell? Nat 1 or Nat 20?
Which one?
Okay, I gotta ask. Which one's funnier?
That's a question that is purely objective because both of them are funny to me.
Okay.
Oh, so it's subjective. That's great.
Let me
Yeah,
rephrase
subjective.
it. Which one of these would make me fall on my ass laughing? Me specifically.
Probably the one where he doesn't move at all.
That happens. I'm just hitting him with a sword.
This is... Which one would make you happier? It would be the Nat 1.
Alright, the Nat 1. Let's hit him with a Nat 1.
Oh shit.
Get rid of my inspiration now.
Okay, you just have to
But she
hope that he
move, it's
doesn't
just
move.
Well, she doesn't get teleported. We started a fight again.
Well, remember he has a minute, so if that space that he's in right now gets occupied,
Just saw what he did on the map.
I just moved him away.
Oh, I was expecting him, like, he teleports like 20 feet away.
Nope. Yeah, that's. You might want to listen to your pal here.
we're gonna need to
Occupy.
move.
Oh,
We need to
Oh,
occupy that. We need to occupy that space with something. That way he can't pop right back into that spot in a minute. So
I was gonna say,
I
Sandy,
just-
go stay on the spot.
You'll stand there for a minute.
You know, I don't think I sent him to the snow place.
well, you know,
He probably would have
I
done some
said we
good,
had a.
but
I
at the
said
same
we had a way
time,
to teleport him again. I never said we could send him right back to Voldar.
I still say we should have just killed him. I don't know why I didn't just kill him.
Hold on, I gotta
She's
choose.
rubbing off on me.
Did we at least get to learn where the hell he just went?
Hold on.
Anything like a puff of smoke? Anything?
I like how this is happening while the two prisoners are still probably cowering on the floor.
Oh,
Oh, no doubt.
screw it. Aura of Vitality. They both get back 10 HP. They're not dead.
You, as you're healing this individual, see a bright flash of white light. And one of the most beautiful creatures you've ever seen, almost rivaling
Her?
Lillian, and Orange come back. Ooh,
No, no.
huh?
who sent
no.
this? What the hell
Hey, no
is this?
takes Zaxxes. I don't know. Ask him.
He has no permission to be in the heavens.
Oh,
I thought he sent him to
Oh.
the seas. What the fuck?
Huh?
Send me more
It's just in the
trash,
ocean.
and we will send the wrath of heaven down upon all of you. Good
well,
day.
it was an
It's on
honest.
you.
It was
I
an
don't
honest
wanna be
mistake. Can
there.
we? Can you ask you a favor? Favor, please, please.
Go on. What is wrong with you people? Says Orange.
We said we had a way
What?
to send you back. We said we had a way to
Just roll
teleport you.
attack Orange.
Send me back.
Did the angel just go ahead and leave?
Oh,
Yeah, the angel dipped out the moment she dropped his ass.
Aw.
the moment she told you that if you send him back to heaven, that she's gonna basically send you all to hell.
Lilith's fine with
Ouch.
that.
Okay, I can try one more time.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Sorry,
I can try one
prisoners.
more time.
Okay,
If he's willing, I have one more attempt.
fine, try it again.
Okay, hold very still. This is going to hurt.
Oh,
I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna pull the cleansing blade real fast and just strike him in the chest as I cast Banishing Smite.
Aw.
Oh.
It's all I've got. It's all I've got.
Roll it again.
Okay.
Oh
Why
my
is this so
lord.
wholesome yet cruel at the same time?
He's gonna,
Okay.
Bro.
It's all I've got.
he's gonna show up wherever you're sitting him with a giant sword wound in his chest. That's
Oh right, I have to roll damage for that. Hold on, I gotta roll damage for that too. That's 2d8. That's 2d8 radiant base damage, and because he's undead,
He's gonna die before you banish him.
because he's undead, I get an additional 2d8 radiant on top of that. So hold on. So that's a 17 for whoever he's banished to, and he's taking.
Oh no.
Oh, I gotta roll that for blade damage. I'm sorry. I feel bad, but no, I don't. I wanted to kill this guy. I really did. He's taking
You were one
5
off.
slashing. He's taking 5 slashing, 4 of that cleaning damage, whatever it is.
Radiant, more or less.
Well, the cleaning damage
No, it
doesn't
was like-
apply here. These guys are not
Okay.
built
And then-
monsters.
11, 19 radiant damage. I can do this 2 more times if need be.
oh god.
Oh my god.
A minute passes and he doesn't come back.
Stand on
Oh,
a spot. Sandy stands on a spot. I'm like, okay. I don't know where he's at, but I sent him somewhere.
Oh, above game. I rolled a 16 when I sent him to Voldar. You were one off.
Let me make a note
Oh,
of
she's
that.
in the desert.
If he shows up in Worm, I'm gonna have words with you, Yorman.
No, if he shows up in Brimstone, he's gonna get torched.
Oh yeah,
I
my
just wanna kill
adventure,
him.
my adventuring army will probably take care of him. So yeah, it's possible.
You get blitzed.
Lilith is
No,
gonna
here-
pat down the prisoners if they have any treasure on them or not. Anything.
Oh my
That
no!
guy's gonna be the big bad of the next game. He's like, you motherfucker sent me the wrong spot. I'm getting revenge on the whole world.
You guys,
Oh,
all I'll say is this is the 4th interesting character you've now created that I've had to make a note of because of how you've wronged them.
I tried, okay? I
Where did- I gotta ask now, and you're probably not gonna tell us, but where the hell did he go?
You don't know.
Damn.
Can you give us anything like a puff of smoke, smell of sulfur, anything?
You
Have we
certainly
been there?
you certainly know you didn't send him to heaven because you guys aren't getting the full might of the heavens raining down upon you. You can assume that it wasn't hell because you haven't either A, gotten a reward or also threatened. So far that's what you
I
know.
would have kept him.
Yeah, you don't have
Oh,
a single clue.
this poor bastard, man. We're like, yeah, we can help you, and then send him to paradise by accident. And then you're like, I can send you back, and then you stab him. That's great.
Look, man, I tried, man. I
So,
just wanted to. I had to keep flipping the dice. I flipped my 2-sided die again. I'm like, am I gonna actually do it, or am I just gonna divine smite him?
nope, you're gonna teleport him again. I'm like,
So,
fine.
Anyway,
So,
you're
what's
going to want
worse
to
is
roll.
He's not where he wants to
You're
be.
going to want to roll 2 investigation checks if you're trying to loot these two.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're not dead.
Yeah, that's why it's an investigation and not a survival.
I'm not looting them. It's cruel.
Same.
He said,
Lilith is.
yeah.
Give her help.
and
She gets
eight-
advantage.
and 18 and 15.
You find between them 2 of those black coins that you found from Darkhammer. Darkhammer seems to have about 10 faces on the coin. These coins only have 5 faces on them.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, she shows them to the other guys and it's just like, well, I don't know what else use these prisoners have, but you guys do what you want with them.
I'll take
Omen's
it.
gonna go over and help break and help at least get their manacles off and help try and get them up.
Yeah, I mean, they're easy to get back on their feet. You guys are gonna go to oddities, says one of them. That's kind of fucked up, man.
Look, we're
Okay.
not going there for the intended use, okay?
I mean, we've heard that before, but alright, man. Yeah, you do whatever you want. You came to this city. I can't tell you what to do in this city.
Who gave you these coins?
They're
I
ours.
show them. What's the point of them here for you?
If you're able to summon some sort of demon or angel or devil or some sort of powerful otherworldly being, it's currency. Those are souls.
Oh.
You have
Oh,
Father
that-
could have souls.
that third one that you have there, that's 10 souls, and those other 2 that you stole from us are 5 souls. You have 10 souls. Way to go.
I have 10 souls. She pockets them.
Omen just shakes his head in dismay at that, like, oh my lord.
Yeah,
So
the way to
are-
make those are horrendous. Super gnarly.
How
I
do we
think they
save
were
these
going to
people?
turn us into souls coins, actually.
Well, that answers the question I was getting ready to ask. Is this metaphorical souls or real souls?
Oh no, they're very real. Put them up to your ear once.
Okay, Lilith
I'll
does.
pass.
You just hear screaming. Like shouts of
Father would like
agony.
this. Yeah. Father
And
would-
you're
think it was
okay
okay.
with this system?
Who are you asking that to?
Yeah, who?
Both of them.
What are you gonna
The,
do?
the two prisoners that were getting beat up.
It's just like they all kind of just both look at you. And go, well, what are you gonna do? Kind of what we do here.
You could always leave.
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, why were you even getting beat in the first place?
Pass.
I think we just help criminals, guys.
Well, let's kill him.
Better than
Omen will
Is
just
it
look.
true?
We'll just share a look with Thessia to see how she's like digesting this particular bit of information.
There is no greater look of disgust that you can experience than right now. Oops, let me pull the stream back up. There we go. Sorry, guys, you were watching the
Disgusted,
title of the
like-
screen for a minute.
Disgusted us or disgusted them?
Everything.
That's very important.
Not you guys, just what's going on. A little bit of disdainful looks going towards Yorman and Lilith.
I don't get
She's an opportunist.
Look, I said we kill him.
Her opinion on both of you is about as low as it can get.
I don't care. She's a Fey
Well-
blood. Yorma doesn't care.
Yeah, we don't care about the phase. And Lilith will try again. Do you really not want to tell us why they're beating you up?
What's in it for us?
You get to live? Do you want to live?
Well, considering we're going to be led right back to that city, I assume. No.
Not true. If you hide away in a place, we can get you, and then you can go to my place. It's a very great community.
Are
You
we
have a purpose.
going to be forced to continue to kidnap people, to stuff into tubes and keep slowly crushing them until they turn into gems and then jam those gems into machines, or simply just forcing people into machines and then or grafting beasts with more kidnapped victims, or farming,
What
or
the-
Hey, time out. Time out. You churn people into crystals. There are machines grafted onto animals.
and people. Don't forget the people.
And people. Okay. How fuck. Are you guys just living siege weapons?
Yeah, they didn't even let us get to the worst stuff. That's pretty tame. That's just, that's light work that we're forced to do on a daily.
Using souls as currency is pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
I mean.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Yeah. Same
Like-
as using life, I guess.
I'm the least bloodthirsty in this group, and I kind of want to kill you.
Hey, you go live there, be born there, and then tell them no. We just told them no. We weren't going to kidnap that child. There's no way. He just wanted
so what?
candy.
Once it gets down to a kid, that's when your morals step in.
Fine, we'll go in there and break the kid's legs with a hammer. If you want, I don't know what you want. What do you want? We said no.
Yeah, but like you said, no, way too late, guy.
Okay. Again, you live
Elijah.
there.
You're not getting the point that he's like. You're both not getting each other's points in this matter.
And
What
Lilith
matters
doing
at this point
intelligence.
is that we need to get there. You don't have to go in there. You just have to give us the directions we need to go, and you can go on your way.
Dude, we're gonna steal those axes and run out of here as soon as we can.
Can Lilith do an intelligence check to see if the father would want them at all?
He said he
No.
didn't.
You can.
He
No.
said no to him, didn't he?
They're undead. They're gonna get killed as soon as they show up
Oh,
at
I
the
suppose.
Those two are not
doorstep.
undead. They
I always-
don't seem to be undead.
No,
at
they're
least.
not. Yeah. But
It
I
was-
think I heard Mara say no.
No, I said that they're not undead. I said you could make the intelligence check. It was the
Okay.
knights that were undead. These guys look alive.
Yeah. 18 plus 3, so 21.
It's kind of a weird question because you know that he doesn't want these people and has explicitly stated he'd hope that they'd all be eliminated, but you could certainly try, but they probably will end up farming again.
Okay, with that,
But
she'll
I
talk to them and
doubt
be
your-
like, how much?
morals matter to that.
No, it doesn't matter actually. Lilith shrugs her shoulders and is like, okay, stay, go, see if you make it or not.
Right? They start trying to
Yeah.
stand up. Just kind of
So
looking at the rest
Good
of
luck.
you guys as they're slowly making their way towards the dead knights.
We actually letting
Omen's
them
not going
live?
to stop them.
Yeah, these guys are just basically commoners, right?
You're getting the sense that, yeah, they're not exactly statted for anything. They're just looting corpses at this point and hoping to make it somewhere else.
Okay. German's just gonna
Assume
like
we'll threaten them.
do the middle finger wave at them as they go away.
They're still here. They're like slowly grabbing weapons from the or a weapon apiece from the knights, and they're just like staring at all of you, waiting to see what happens as they just start slowly backing up.
I'll give you 5 seconds to leave before I change my mind about not killing you.
They're still kind of looking at Elijah as they're backing up just a little bit.
I know, he's a surfacer. I know.
What? They just kind of... Once they get to
Please, me,
this,
that pains.
they start...
I'm gonna roar at them right as they start running.
Yeah, they just... What's really sad is kind of like Linus with his blanket. They're not very strong, and, you know, they just got beat up, so they're dragging 2 axes behind them.
That's funny.
We're hoping that we'd say "stay with us, we'll protect you" or something. Like they just kept staring. I'm like, run!
Well, they were making
Yeah,
sure that
that's
they weren't going to get
I
killed.
don't think they've ever seen anything like me before, so
I mean, that's fair.
they were waiting to see if I was gonna maul them or not. So I was just like, I'm gonna wait until it looks like they're gonna turn around, and then I'm just gonna let loose with that just bear roar.
The big bellower.
Yeah, that's why they...
Get them to hurry the hell up and leave.
That's why they were sticking around for so long. They were making sure Elijah, who's been nonstop threatening to kill him, wasn't actually going to kill him.
Should have just breath attacked them and be done with it.
It was up to you guys.
Yeoman's gone soft.
No,
Will was
Omen
too
brought up a
indifferent.
good point. Those idiots are, probably born here. They don't know any better, so
Yeah.
Harsh environment breeds harsh character. For them, it was perfectly natural. For us, it was a polar opposite. That was something
Well.
you were almost blind to, Elijah.
I'm not blind to it, but they still made choices.
Speaking of choices, how does one make choices for themselves?
Richie just stops and looks at you like you asked him, how do you know the sky is
Just
blue?
grew a second head.
Yeah, this would be the equivalent of asking somebody, how do you know water is
Why-
wet?
Oh my god.
Okay,
Dark
Lilith.
Father said,
Water's
Hang-
not wet,
hang-
it makes
hang
things
on.
wet.
Oh, fuck you.
Omen's head
I'm
whips
not
around to
getting this
look at
discussion
them.
again.
Like, Lilith,
Okay,
did I just hear that right?
Dark Father said that I can do whatever I want now. And then it occurred to me, how does one do that? What do I want?
okay.
What is that?
When you basically stole those coins from those 2 guys, that was a choice you made. You could have equally chosen to not do that.
Okay. Okay.
Just
So does-
just like how you probably didn't have to come with us. He, your new husband probably gave you a choice. You could either stay with him or go with us. You chose to come with us.
Yeah, because he had that, like he said, but it felt like a trap, so I still went.
Okay, well, congrats. You made a choice.
Okay. Okay, so it's not true freedom, though. 'Cause I don't want freedom. I just want to be with my Dark Father.
What? You made that choice! It's Richie just looking at you like you're an idiot.
Omen is just shaking his
Dude.
head in just dismay. Like, what am I? It is actually like talking to a child at this point.
That in and of itself, Lilith, was also a choice.
I'm gonna start a
I'm
cult
learning things.
extermination service when we get back to Worm. Says Richie, just idly kicking at one of the knights.
I mean, with your dragon, with your Drake, you probably could do it pretty quick.
Great, I'm adding it to the list.
See, like your devotion to your husband is also, in a weird kind of a way, also a choice.
I suppose when you put it that way. Okay. So
Omen,
just keep doing things like that.
Omen. If you're still here.
I'm here.
Bessia just looks at you and says, it's very fortunate that you are not like any of these other ones, the other people you travel with, because I think I hate all of them. Except for that one," and she points at Elijah, but especially that one, and she points at Lilith, and I really hate that one, and she points at Yorman, and that one makes me uncomfortable. She points at Richie.
And when she points at
You'll say,
Yorman, you
"Why
just
does
see
she hate
Yorman
me?"
kicking one of the
She
heads.
said not you. She excluded you.
I
the
know,
one
but
she
I
likes.
was getting ready to say, like, why does she hate me? I'm a big cuddly teddy bear. Like, I'm the most likable in this entire fucked up menagerie of characters.
But yes, that's what she says to you, Omen.
Omen lets out a half snort of laughter, like there's a. You know, I am glad that I'm my own person as well, because I feel like I would have gone mad if I was anyone else with this group.
And before you ask, yes, you can have whatever blood you need from me. We gotta get this done right. I don't want it to be a discussion. It's happening.
And that's one of the reasons why I said we're going after this Lich thing, because obviously we're going to have to take care of that in order to free your mom. And I'm
Your
assuming Omen is going to beg us to do that. He just hasn't gotten around
I
to
mean,
it yet.
I wasn't going to bet. I wasn't going to like get on my knees and grovel.
Well, I would.
But I was. But I would have asked. But I would have brought this matter up in a more.
No, I think we should have him grovel. That would have been kind of cool, says Richie.
I'm with Richie. That'd be kind of nice to see.
Slow, stone grinding head turn with just blank doll eyes. What did you say, Richie?
I would love to watch anybody grovel at this point.
Nice to Richie.
I only do for my father. That's it.
I don't want to know what you're doing with anybody, says Richie.
Also,
Christmas.
Also, Lilith, I have to point something out to you now. You're married to His Eminence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you please, for the love of all that is good, stop calling him your father?
Yeah, that's
Because it
insanely
is very. I was going to say anything,
God.
but thank you for saying something,
Start calling
Elijah.
him Dad.
Oh,
No, Yorman's gonna look to her. Yes, father's weird. Just call him Daddy. It's fine.
Don't listen to that.
Elijah is going. Elijah's gonna.
Yorman, you'll
smack
feel a
back
blade
across
at your.
the
You'll
head.
feel the kiss of a blade at your neck as Omen just levels a spade at it. Stop right there, Yorman.
You'll smell acidic in the air as his mouth kind of open at you. You wanna play a game? I'll spit.
I'll duck. You've seen me. You've seen me dodge that wasteland dragon's attack.
Did, and you were one of the few that didn't get scared. That's why we need to fight sometime.
Not anytime soon. You see Richie. You watch as he's been. He rips off the face mask of green and then walks over to purple and does the same. And you're watching him like trying to strap the face plates to his shoulders.
Richie's so
by the way,
done
are
with
there-
those.
Omen will
You
go over and help
know,
Richie
there any
better
axes
secure
left?
those straps.
Yes,
That's actually a good idea.
there is there's at least one more axe, and there are also still 2 people with clawed hands.
Can I take the axe and like cut off one of the clawed hands?
You can survival for the hands.
Yeah, he wants to definitely get him.
Omen's gonna help Richie better cinch those masks onto his shoulders for better comfort.
He just while you're doing that, he's like, okay, no, just a little bit. You know, he's just guiding you to what would be comfortable.
22 on my survival, by the way.
Ooh, ouch.
Would I have to roll dexterity for that?
No, you
Or
won't.
sleight of hand?
I just say that you can do it. You're not like rushing it, so.
Yeah,
Don't
gotcha.
pinch him! Don't pinch him!
I'm not going to. It's just a matter of trying to make sure the latch stays on without it flapping around and getting in his way.
You do get the hand. You also see Richie get himself a hand, and he's like, I'm gonna boil this and make it a glove.
Oh, I was gonna give you this one, Richie. Do you want this one as well?
Let's trade. He says,
Making a version of the shredder.
Awkwardly holding a
Yeah.
hand. He's just like, okay, let's just trade.
I'm
I
like,
think
all right,
Cassius
fair.
getting more disturbed.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'll give him
I think
the other clawed hand. I'll take the one from him. I just want to see how they like mutated.
It looks like they just
Uh,
simply grew. It was really weird.
So wait, are we talking like Lady Deathstrike long nails, or are we talking Sabretooth like talon claws?
I'm thinking
We're
like
talking
Lady
like,
Dimitrescu.
They're talking.
Oh, yeah, is it Lady? Sorry.
It's a lot like, I mean, without it being comically anime, it's a lot like Lust's fingers from.
Oh,
Uh,
so yeah. Okay.
It's still kind of similar to Lady D.
Yeah,
But
but as you guys are
I was
trading
thinking
hands,
more Lady
and,
Deathstrike from the X-Men comics.
as you guys are trading
Explaining.
hands and chastising each other, that will be a great place to end today's session.
Lila's learning how to be deprogrammed a little bit.
Now you guys
Amazing.
just have to make it to some of the worst places in the city.
you know what's going to be crazy there, Thunder, is if by the end of this, I have broken your programming.
Yeah, I
you
know.
realize you're quote unquote married to a straight up monster, but hey, to each.
If you can work, it's gonna be a lot of work. But if you can make it happen, and
I
it's
mean,
natural.
I'm
He's
having fun.
treating you well.
I know. So it's like it has to be like pretty convincing on Elijah's end. With the
Like, look, I'm not actively trying to do that, but you asked the question, what is a choice? And I told you.
And she listened attentively when you were explaining opinions before too.
Well, he has granted you the freedom to make those, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's seen it backfire a lot with other people, so she's like, "Is it really a thing?" I don't know.
Is this freedom really worth it?
Yeah, it's like seems pretty not up to par.
Freedom's cringe.
Yeah,
Is this
freedom's
literally
cringe.
going to be the song Right Into by Tool?
But
Like,
what should our topic be?
I desperately want to know where
Crazy
we sent
stunts
that
in
poor
D&D.
bastard.
Hey,
Um,
I got a topic. You want to hear it?
I was gonna say I'm sorry, but we've already pulled back the curtain once this chapter. We're not doing that again for quite some time.
I'm dead curious. I want to know where he went.
I do.
Dude, I already tried asking there. He told me no.
I tend to do that for once a level up, or try to. I'll let you guys peel back the curtain, but alas, there has been no level up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Very true.
Anyway,
I got a question. No one else does.
yeah, what's your question?
Worst moment in tabletop, like your worst experience.
Oh.
That I don't think we should do that. For
Let's Save that for the epilogue
The apple.
Oh,
or
I
something.
mean, we could do it, but let's not talk about.
Let's not name names, okay?
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. I mean, like, worst thing that happened to you. I mean, not like I was at a table and this dude was being such and such. I mean, like, worst thing that happened to you, like worst roll or like an RP that went bad or just complete failure. I'm not talking the really bad stuff. That'd be like a
Okay.
kid
no.
thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Kid gloves. Kid gloves.
Chaos, put on your
Okay.
kid gloves and then give me a title.
Okay. Honestly, this was back when Leviathan, back when Korsh first got cursed.
Uh-oh.
We were doing a scavenger mission on this old rickety abandoned ship. We all thought it was mostly not that bad until one point where we found this like treasure area. I had found this jewelry box, like this long jewelry, like this small rectangular jewelry box that tends to have like pendants in it. It was like bolted shut. Korsh with this great, I rolled for Korsh to just rip it off, and I managed to get it open. When I found the necklace, I was like, "Ooh, pretty, mine!" Like the magpie that I was. That's when I heard Flame utter those horrid words.
You
Make a wisdom
automatically
save.
attune to this cursed item.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that very well.
You.
That wasn't meant
After
for
that,
you.
I was. It completely shit canned what I had in mind for Korsh for the entire game.
But you get to do it again.
Yes.
Yes, and I removed the Beast of Eight curses. I got rid of that. Cause I'm like, nope, I'm
Thank
not doing that
you.
again.
Because you know me, Flame. I am a magnet for curses.
I know, and I'm gonna have fun just putting mundane, like rich items in place. Like, here's a necklace worth this amount of gold. Put it in a nice box and watch you be like, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Magpie? No. Magpie? No. Magpie.
Should I?
No.
Yeah.
What is your title suggestion, Chaos?
Uh. Hmm. We can. What's a good one? Realm Hop Roulette.
Alright, that's good. Blade, worst moment, then you know the thing.
My worst moment was actually not with any of you guys. Worst moment was a in-person group here in my hometown. We were playing the starter box set, and the DM had made us level 7 in it, and we went, or like 7 or 9, I can't remember, and we went to go fight the adult green dragon, and we were laying into this thing. We got it stuck into an area, and we were laying into it because one of our players was brand new, and he's like, "Who's your master?" Because he was a dragon tamer. Which is like, well, there goes a fight. Through the fight, I got to cast one last ranged spell at it from, I think, like 50, 60 feet before it like dashed and was far away. I was 1 point of damage away from dropping the dragon.
Oh.
The rage that built up into me, because this was the first time I'd ever played a sorcerer. This is the only time I enjoyed truly playing a sorcerer because of 2 homebrew things we did, and I was 1 point away from ending it.
That sucks. That is like slip through the skin of your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder, Oh shit, Flame. The title suggestion.
Yorman, no. I got nothing.
Okay.
Yes,
Thunder.
no, maybe so.
Your worst moment and suggestion.
I'm trying to think of anything I haven't said already because we've trash talked about the old group a lot already.
I don't know what complaints you could have. It's your part too.
I know. I was like, I wasn't completely the victim in it either.
Yeah, you got my
but
character
my big
killed.
once or twice. But the major gripe I had with the last group with Curse of Strahd is we have one player who is chronically they cannot do any serious moments or scary moments without making a joke. And we did Curse of Strahd. We all agreed we want to be in the horror, be immersed into it, stuff like that. And they kept breaking that immersion with the jokes. And it was getting to the point that we felt really like Paul was getting frustrated. And I was like, sorry we brought her to the table. It was getting to that point. So, other than that, I think that's it.
I can see why that
And-
would be frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can have jokes like once in a while. I mean, that's great to break the tension. But each and every time, it was like, oh, it was getting tiresome. And title third time's a charm, or second time's a charm.
But I like mine more.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Trucker.
I don't think that the guy listens to us, so I don't feel bad shitting on him, but I was in a campaign and basically we saved this little gnome that ended up being kind of like a tradesman. We saved him from a kobold den. And his idea for rewarding us was giving us the deed to this old rundown tavern with an inn attached. So it was basically the DM's way of giving us a path to passive income. But one player just assumed that it was for his character alone and didn't really care whether or not we were putting in any work to fix it up, which the rest of us were. And when he was told, no, this is for everybody, you'll have to split this passive income, he threw a massive fit about it. And basically, the entire campaign ended over this little pissy fit that he threw.
That's unfortunate.
It kind of sucked.
What's your title suggestion?
What is free will? Question mark.
What is free will?
Oh,
Jeopardy.
I was waiting to ask that question. I was waiting
Damn.
for the right time the whole session. I said at the right time.
As
Gotta admit, that's a solid one.
as what, Chaos?
I'm just like, how do you guys come up with banger after banger for titles? And I'm like, ugh. I feel like mine isn't gonna be the title this time.
You got a lot on the board. You got more than everybody else. You and Thunder have been
Really?
very competitive. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize my titles were actually winning more often than not.
You and
No, where all my W's are is in True Realms. There is a lot of True Realms episodes with my title suggestions.
yeah, and the only time I've ever been competitive is when I suggest when I rip a song title in the first 10 episodes. But no, it's very competitive. Trucker actually has the lowest record of wins besides Flame, who typically either doesn't try or doesn't care.
I mean, the thing is, I'm just not good with titles, dude.
Yeah, everybody's got their strengths. I'm just saying that in the group that's here right now, it would be Chaos and Thunder who are winning. Trucker's got a very bad success rate. I'm competitive, but I'm not really there. And ever since Mark left, Mark was kicking all of our asses.
Yeah,
I
Mark
know.
had the best ones.
But
He'd always come out of pocket with it too. It's like,
I'll do my title suggestion first. It was actually just going to be a playoff of chaoses. I was just going to do Realm Roulette.
Mm. Okay. That one's a good one.
But other than that, I can get away with a two-parter on this one because they are technically the same. Sorry guys, I have to end Leviathan, and sorry guys, I have to end Ferrari. Were two moments where I wanted to climb up to my roof, and then Jeff Hardy swanton bomb and break my neck on the ground.
Hey, I said I was sorry about those times.
I wanted to. I'm not kidding. I wanted to climb up on my roof and just. Whee!
I know the games were good, but life got in the way. I'm sorry.
So which one
Hey,
are we?
Leviathan New Beginnings is coming.
When you have a demon in your eye, maybe don't point it at something that's going to be like, ooh, tasty.
Wasn't my fault that. Yeah, I didn't realize that I was. I didn't realize I was smacking a hornet's nest that didn't exist until recently, and then punished the one person that wasn't supposed to be punished while I took exactly 0 damage the entire fight because I stayed 60 feet away, fireballing until I ran out of spell slots, which was really hard because I was a wizard and they get infinite spell slots, and then when I'd run out of them, I could just make new ones as a bonus action.
and why wasn't that fun? I wasn't even the main target of that bullshit, and I still caught the worst of it.
Yeah,
It was so stupid. That made me so
It was-
mad.
it was great.
Alright, so which title are we liking here? I'm very.
I think the roulette one.
I like Realm Hop Roulette. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Well, on that note, you all have a good night. Adios.
Yeah.
Good night.
Goodbye.